Silence is golden. Good evening, everyone. Welcome to the board meeting this evening. We're now reconvened from closed session, and we will have the Pledge of Allegiance led by Leah Garcia, our student board rep.
Please place your right hand over your heart. Ready, begin. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you. You may take your seats.
Thank you, and she will also lead us in a moment of silence.
Good evening, everyone. It's so good to see everyone. Well, I just wanted to start off. Right now is a season of both a little bit of anxiety because we're ending our first semester at school, so finals and everything, but it's also a season of time where we want to think about all the wonderful people in our lives and all the things that we have to thank for. And so I want to inspire you guys to be a little more generous this season, to give to those who have given to you, and to give to those who are not as fortunate as you. And of course, we know the incident that happened yesterday at Anaheim with the cross-country students, or track and field. So just a little bit of inspiration, maybe if you feel it in your hearts to send a little message to them, either a kind note or a message to their students, that'd be really appreciated. So yes, let's take a moment of silence to think about all the benefits we have and the things that we have and the things we can give to others.
Thank you, Leah. We'll now have a closed session report from the clerk of the board.
Thank you. 4.1, no report or action taken regarding public employee performance evaluation, superintendent. 4.2, no report or action taken regarding negotiations. 4.3, the Board of Trustees unanimously voted to uphold the decision for employee HR-2025-26-05. 4.4, the Board of Trustees unanimously voted to dismiss employee HR-2025-26-03. 4.5, the Board of Trustees unanimously voted to make the following appointment effective January 5th, 2026. Carlos Hernandez, Executive Director, Educational Services. Congratulations. 4.6, the Board of Trustees, by a vote of 5-0, authorized the settlement agreement with student to provide supplemental outside services and to reimburse privately provided services. 4.7, the Board of Trustees, by a vote of 5-0, approved the settlement agreement in OAH case number 2025-080271, resolving all issues in the student's due process complaint by providing an independent educational assessment, compensatory education, and outside services and other reimbursements. And that concludes the closed session report.
Thank you, Madam Clerk. It's now my pleasure to introduce a ceremonial public administration of the oath of office to our... Oh, I'm sorry, you're right. I got so excited about bringing him in there. Mr. Carlos, please come forward.
Good evening, board, cabinet, staff, family, and community here in the room and watching virtually. I am absolutely humbled by the trust and opportunity you have given me as I step into this new role. Thank you. Thank you, Superintendent Matsuda, for the impact that you have made in our community here in Anaheim Union for a number of years, and enjoy retirement. I am home. This is home. AUHSD is home. This has been my home for 32 years. 32 years. 6 of which are as a student, Sycamore Junior High School, Anaheim High School. And so I want to thank you, each and every one of you, students, family, staff, community members. You have been a part of the journey who have taught me about humility, about cultural, community, and familial wealth. about compassion, and above all else, about love. There are too many of you to name, but I want to thank each and every one of you. Thank you to my teammates, though, Kenny and Araceli. They drove from San Diego. They were presenting over there. They left early, and they probably violated a few laws, but they got here in time. So thank you to Kenny and Araceli. And they're going to drive right back to San Diego in a few minutes. I especially want to thank my family, and my beautiful wife, Michelle, who's here, also a product of Anaheim High School, Anaheim Union. My 4 kids, Carlitos, who's, there he is. Julian, who's right there. Nailea, who's over there. And then Ariani, who's at a Christmas party for her volleyball team. And my son's girlfriends, Monica and Alyssa, who also are here. Thank you, my father-in-law. We call him Yo-Yo, Javier. Thank you for being here. And then for those watching, my family, my parents in Texas, they're hanging out over there. There's some siblings in Georgia and Texas as well, and some here in Southern Cali. So thank you all for your love and compassion for me. I also want to share that I bring to you all a humble servant's heart, to deeply listen to those closest to the impact, our students, our families, staff, and community members. This intentional action of deeply listening will help us ensure that we are heard, to help find peace and hope, and above all, our community, I hope to feel loved, We need to continue to reimagine how we collectively get through some pain, some hurt, some challenges, and some experiences to find that love and that joy and fulfillment that each one of us desire. I will be that leader for you. And the most beautiful thing about our community is, amazing innovation, but it's not that. It's the people. The most beautiful thing about Anaheim Union is the people that live and work here. It's our AUHSD family. And I want to lean in on what we love about our community, our culture, our special places, our memories that bring us together, and make this place our home. I will be that leader for you that will not turn away from that discomfort, but will lean into it so that we all can help each student, family, staff, and community member thrive. Thank you.
Thank you, Carlos, and congratulations.
And Mr. President,
Yes.
can we have the family stand? Because I didn't get to see everybody. I want to say hello. They kind of snuck in. There you go. All right. Thank you.
Thank you. Okay, now we can get on to the ceremonial administration of oath. So, Dr. McCallus, would you care to step forward? And you have.
Thank you, Mr. President. And my auntie, Dr. Marbella S. Dazzle, will be swearing me in, and my mother will also be present as well.
Took the words out of my mouth.
So, go ahead and come here.
Right here.
I, Dr. Jose Paulo Dazzle Macalas, solemnly swear that I will support and defend the Constitution of the United States, Constitution of the State of California, all enemies, foreign and domestic. I will bear true faith and allegiance to the Constitution of the United States, Constitution of the State of California. I take this obligation that I take this obligation freely without any mental reservation or purpose of evasion. That I will well and faithfully discharge the duties upon which I'm about to enter.
Dr. McCullough, would you care to step to the podium and say a few words?
Mr. President. First and foremost, I have to thank my amazing, hardworking, beautiful family who are sitting here in the first two rows. Can you please stand so you could be acknowledged? Thank you for always supporting me. And just FYI, for a little context, what we're wearing is a traditional formal wear for Filipinos called, it looks similar to the Guayabera, right? We were also colonized by Spain. But it's called the Barong Tagalog. So some of us are wearing this traditional outfit. So just FYI. And I want to thank them because I want to thank my beautiful family because they immigrated here from the Philippines in the 70s and 80s. And I grew up on their stories, crowded apartments, long work days, and an unwavering belief that if their children could learn, could study, could dream, then every sacrifice would be worth it. Their courage shaped me and my cousins, my beautiful cousins. Where are they? My cousin Mahal, who are Anaheim Union High School District alum, right, some of us. And today it fuels the work I hope to do for every student who is building their own story here. And I want to especially thank my mother, who came to the United States with less than $100 in her pocket, stepping into a country she had only imagined, determined to build a life through nursing. Her early years were demanding, shift after shift, challenge after challenge, yet she kept going. And because of her bravery, she brought me, my sister, and my father here, opening doors that once felt impossible. Our family's story exists because she chose hope over fear and possibility over doubt. That same spirit guides me in the work I will champion for our students and families. Thank you, Mom. I love you. I'd also like to express my deep gratitude to my former teachers, especially Mrs. Shaw, Mrs. Schaefer, Mrs. Sari, Mr. Shalinsky, and my government teacher, Coach Prang. My teachers were the first people outside my family to show me that learning could be a source of confidence, curiosity, and purpose. They challenged me, believed in me, and modeled what it looks like to care fiercely for young people. And to my former teacher colleagues, especially Mrs. Lopez, Mrs. Davis, Mr. Burns, Mrs. Garcia, thank you. Thank you for the years spent planning events late into the evening, celebrating small victories and supporting one another through the realities of the classroom. You taught me that teaching is both a craft and a community. And your continued hard work and dedication continue to shape the person I am today. Tú eres mi otro yo. And to my former students, thank you for reminding me every day of the power of community. In our time together, you brought your family stories, our neighborhood pride, and your shared commitments into our classroom, turning it into a space where we didn't learn just from textbooks, but from one another. Tú eres mi otro yo. I also want to extend my heartfelt appreciation to the board of my previous district at Anaheim Elementary. Thank you, trustees Philbeck, Lopez, Ruelas, and Alvarez. Working alongside y'all taught me so much about collaborative leadership, thoughtful governance, and what it means to make decisions grounded in the best interests of students. Next, I want to acknowledge our current superintendent, Dr. Michael Matsuda. Thank you for your transformative leadership. Your commitment to strengthening our district and expanding opportunities for students has created a foundation we are all proud to build upon. You are truly one of the greatest superintendents of our time, and you will forever be remembered in history. And I'm excited to work with our next superintendent, Dr. Freed. I look forward to partnering with you as we write the next chapter of this district story together. I'm grateful for this Board of Trustees for entrusting me with this huge responsibility. I too look forward to working with all of you to ensure that our students get the best education that they deserve. And to our amazing Anaheim Union High School District community, thank you for already embracing me into this new role. Muchas gracias. I see this appointment not as a finish line, but as a start of a shared journey, one rooted in service, partnership, and the belief that together we can build something extraordinary. And I know that it's going to be hard, especially during the current political times, but know that I am ready to lead with purpose, ready to listen, ready to learn, and ready to stand alongside each of you as we navigate these challenges together. Our students deserve leaders who do not turn away from difficulty, but who step forward with clarity, compassion, and conviction. And I promise to show up every day with that commitment. And as I step into this work, we must anchor ourselves in strong, clear priorities. That begins with responsible, transparent budget decisions that protect what matters most, the classroom. Every dollar should elevate instruction, support our educators, and ensure our schools are equipped that schools are equipped to help every student thrive. It also means reimagining school safety, creating campuses that are modern, welcoming, and supported by comprehensive safety plans and robust mental health resources. And in a district as beautifully diverse as ours, we must continue to build spaces where every student, I repeat, every student feels seen, valued, and empowered. That means culturally responsive teaching, equitable access to programs and policies that honor the many communities that make our schools vibrant and alive. These aren't just initiatives, they are promises that will guide every decision that I make. Looking forward, we must prepare our students for a world transformed by rapidly evolving technologies, including artificial intelligence. Our task is to integrate tools that truly enhance learning responsibly, ethically, and transparently. We are not here to chase trends. We are here to empower teachers with the right resources, protect student data, and give our young people the digital confidence and skills they need to lead in the future. And as I begin this journey, again, I always think of my family. The leap of faith that brought them across an ocean, the sacrifices in crowded rooms and long night shifts, and the belief that their children could reach further than they ever imagined. That hope lives in so many families across our district, and it continues to inspire me every single day. And it is that hope, that resilient, courageous hope that I carry into this role. Every decision we make shapes our world students will inherit, and the dreams they believe are possible. I truly believe our district is poised for something extraordinary. And together, along with our educators, our families, our board, and new superintendent, we can build schools where every student is seen, supported, inspired, not just to survive, but to thrive. This is our moment, and together we can build a future worthy of every child's dreams. Sí se puede.
Thank you, Paulo. Next are student and public comments. We have no student speakers. I do not have a form from any students. Are they mixed in? All right, well, okay. We'll just start with the first speaker, Matzo.
I'm okay. Thank you.
We know you're okay. No speaking, okay.
Thank you so much, Dr. Paloma.
Okay. Art Castillo.
Good evening, everybody. Just wanted to bring some information on that young man that got shot the other day, Albert. What's really getting me is that all the kids that I advocated for, I knew every single kid that got shot. Used to try to get them to talk with them. Some of them were very scared because they were getting beaten, and then they got threatened. That 2 officers in 2 cases threatened to kill them, and they were so scared. And then not too long after, they did it. But I spent my time when I was working at the parks at 13 at Ponderosa and go through these apartments as I drove my bike to work. And I took into those apartments, and the officers were taking little young kids at 13, 14 and beating them, and I'm standing from here to you, and I watched them. And a lot of officers actually apologized later. A lot of the kids came out to be good. Later on, they made it. But I was really saddened because, again, I didn't know what happened until I found out it was somebody I knew. And I just want to bring that to your attention. You know, I spent 25 years coming here, advocating. I created a group called United Neighborhoods. I don't know if some of you knew who that was. We always used to come here on those cases, a lot of cases. And then I got into LULAC, League of Latin American Citizens. I became the largest here because everybody saw the progressiveness in us, that we can make a difference. But again, this is something that I want to bring to you, that, you know, kids, because I was in Parks and Rec with kids, that was my passion. And I stood after my hours. I spent every day. And but everything that goes on in those neighborhoods and these neighbors that we have these troubles, the businesses of vendors, everything that happens with the city, I just want to let you guys know that it affects, because these kids go to school here. And I appreciate the kids and the police in our schools now, but before, you know, there was admittance that they weren't doing very well. But in this situation, the kids, I try to come here to tell you guys about after, when these kids go home and what they're running into. And so as we go out there and do our investigations and stuff, as families get up and have cameras now, we're still having that problem. So I just don't know how that you guys can make something happen for us, that the involvement of young kids, troubled kids. I know you have a lot going, and it's hard, but I want to make sure that you guys understand that some slip through the cracks. And, you know, when we try to get them, we've had some suicides already and some other issues, and autistic kids getting bullied. And I get through all these things, and I hear these things, and it probably don't go to the channel to you guys, but I want to keep that up, that you guys are aware, and you know, go forward from here to see what we can do to help. And Dr. Kapala, he's coming in. He has a great spirit. You know, we need more leadership, and we have all the tools here. So I just want to make sure that you guys understand that we can put them all together. It's something that's happening. Everybody knows what's going on out there in the streets. But our children is what I'm worried about. My kids too, you know. So I just like to thank you guys for all the great work you guys have been doing. Just going to take some time, but we can probably work this out. And I'm willing to help anybody and work with anybody. Thank you.
Thank you. Next speaker, Thomas Barrazas.
Okay. Thank you for the time. Good to see everybody. Great to see everybody here, and all of those at home. Thank you for joining us. I'm here representing the Western High School Alumni Association. And to start, and most importantly, we wish a speedy and quick recovery for our Anaheim student athletes that were tragically hit yesterday. And I'm hoping that that they can get back to doing what they love to do, and their families are safe, and everybody can find peace quickly. Secondly, I want to say thank you to Mike Matsuda. We appreciate the work you've done. You have been a great leader as a superintendent, someone who has shown ways to be successful in many different forms, and we appreciate that. But I also want to share some of the things I think are important that you've accomplished, and lead into a couple other things. He's raised roughly $750 million in 2 different bonds. And I appreciate your help in getting me involved in that. Thank you. And we're seeing results from those bonds immediately immediately now, but over the last 11 years, we've done a lot of work through our district. He guided our district through COVID and has set us up for success for future COVID issues and for anything else that might be coming along the way in that kind of format. He even improved student outcomes. Dropout rate has dropped, reduced dramatically. Our graduation rate has increased. Suspension rates have dropped. College admissions increased. Sustaining college increased. Graduating college increased. This is a leadership that we need to see for all of our kids. He has led us into something very important and dear to my heart, which is the redesign and reimagination of Western High School and Orange View Junior High School. As an alumni and a family of alumni, it's very important to the Baratas to know that our legacies are going to continue. And that's 3 brothers and a sister. Me, we're there, my family there, always and all the time, and still will be there. We've had successes there with a few setbacks, which have been addressed and resolved quickly and thoroughly. I look forward to what's coming at the end of this semester, because this is just the first semester of a long journey, 1 mile of a marathon. I look forward to what's coming in the spring. I look forward to what's going to be happening in that long marathon and multiple generations to come. But I'm also looking forward to what the leaders of this have done and what the future leaders will continue to do, because we're little successes right now have led to other schools showing interest in what we're doing. Other schools within our district coming to see what our successes are so we can have best practices across the district. And so I thank Mike Suda, the board, all the people on our committee for the bond, all the people I've worked through from community schools. I appreciate the hustle that's been put in, not just at Western, but I see it across the district. And I thank you for the time, and I wish you luck in what you're doing. Take it easy. Thank you.
Leonard Latinen?
Good evening, honorable board members. My name's Leonard Latinen, and I became acquainted with Mike Matsuda many, many years ago when we were teaching colleagues in this district. He was at Orangeview, I was at Kennedy. And I got to know a lot of teachers as president of ASTA, and he's one of my favorite teachers to know. And then many years later, we became colleagues on a board of trustees. We became trustees for the North Orange County Community College District and enjoyed working together for that district, a great community college district, until you stole him from us to appoint him superintendent here. So, I've enjoyed a great retirement since retiring from this district in 1993. I've stayed active. I've been lucky to enjoy such a long retirement, and I wish the best for you too, Mike. I know you ain't done yet. Thank you, Mike.
Next, Sophia Romero.
Hello, everyone. Good evening, board members, Mr. Matsuda, Mr. Jackson, Mrs. Nin, Mr. Hoshi, Jessica, Anna Marie, Mr. Hoshi, Mr. Magala, Mr. Saldivar, and of course, our ambassador student, but Mr. Jaron Freed, and all the community here and the ones on the Zoom. I'd like to start off, I'm a little bit nervous, so please excuse me because we're impacted by what happened yesterday. I'd like to start off by saying, I support all the great comments. The words that you expressed, Mr. Magala, are beautiful. And, everything that I hear, I know that we stand in an amazing district. But I'm going to start by expressing how thrilled we are to have Mr. Jaren Free, soon to be our new superintendent. Our school and city communities and student, parents, and staff are excited for the new direction and energy you will be bringing as a leader to our AUHSD. We understand the importance of a strong collaborative leadership, and we look forward to working with you to champion our students' academic success and build a stronger and successful, and more than anything, safer and transparent environment and educational system, a more engaged district for everyone. We are ready to partner up with you and create a positive environment, support everyone, regardless of the situations, whether good or bad. But by being consistent in your leadership to regain the trust of all AUHSD parents, students, and staff and community, with the sole intention to bring fairness, equality, and justice for the families that seek no revenge but a better AUHSD for everyone studying here and working. We need to be okay when anyone expresses concerns, questions, comments, and more, not silencing them and allowing administrators to block parents from participating in many of our important committees, boards, or anything like that. Just because our ears don't listen to what we want to hear. As parents, we have many rights to participate in decision makings as well, and the well-being of educational needs for our students. We might not say what you want to hear, but we have a lot of good intentions to make the change we need in our district, and obviously to change the reputation that many of our school sites have. We're eager to connect with you soon and share our goals and hear your vision. May God bless you on this new journey, and we strongly respect and support you. Mr. Matsuda, I sincerely wish you the best in your retirement. I will keep you in my prayers for good health, for you to enjoy your retirement. I appreciate a lot of the things you have done, and I do know the many great things and changes you brought into our district. I strongly believe that you do care deep in your heart for the safety of our students. For that, before you leave, I want to ask you to please honor Mia Mejia's memory by removing and holding those accountable who failed her and failed other students' safety while being in the school grounds on your watch. I know you have a big heart, and I know because you took care of one student that could have hurted many of our students, and I appreciate that. That will bring peace to this family, not only to them, but it leads and it shows the great person that you are. And I want to thank you for that. On the other reason why I'm here,
Ms.
and
Mejia, I'm sorry, but you're way over your 3 minutes, so can you wrap up what you have to say,
Yes.
please? Thank you.
Yeah, I'm actually here advocating for Mr. Rodriguez, and I wanted to share with you guys that he has made an important impact to our schools. So I want to ask the board to please bring him back. He has brought a lot of students into our sports program and has made a positive impact with community and our youth. We need to have people that have great intentions, and he's an amazing asset to our school. I know that having him back will make a change for our school. Thank you, and I apologize for going over the time.
Thank you, Ms. Romero.
Thank you.
We have a number of speakers on the same subject, so we're going to limit them to 2 minutes each. We'll start with Elise Halbrick.
Good evening, board members and fellow community members. My name is Elise Hallbright. I'm a current student at Cal State Long Beach, as well as a competitive gymnastics coach at Air Gymnastics, the place Mia called her second home. Today, I'm speaking on behalf of future generations to come to request the implementation of stronger accountability measures and a thorough investigation into the actions that led to the loss of Mia Mejia. Mia's name will never be forgotten at our gym. As someone who coaches young, up-and-coming gymnasts, we are constantly reminded of our MVP, Mia. I strive to share the same kindness, courage, and dedication that she embodies into every gymnast I coach. It's heartbreaking that Mia can't share her light herself, but will continue to carry on her legacy for her. Last board meeting, you guys spent a total of 25 minutes discussing your district's property. Will this property remain a bully-free zone that you claim across your district, or you'll turn your eye again just like you did with Mia? Last board meeting, you guys also spent a total of 20 minutes on handing out kindness towards the people of the AUHSD community. Where was that same kindness for Mia? Let me remind you, Mia was assaulted and harassed on your property under the supervision of your faculty. Board members, I don't think you understand. You can continue to give the same statement that you did the last 2 meetings and not hold eye contact with any of us speaking on behalf of Mia, but that doesn't mean we won't stop. We'll continue to show up. We'll continue to fill this room with posters, speeches, shirts, whatever it takes until we see what compliance with the Mejia family is simply asking for. 1, anti-bullying and suicide prevention in Mia's honor. 2, a bereavement support group for those in the AUHSD district. 3, disciplinary action. 4, training and education. And 5, a thorough and unbiased investigation for Mia. Thank you.
Next speaker is Amber Poliga.
Good evening, board members. My name is Amber Palega, and I am the program director at Air Gymnastics in Anaheim, where Mia Mejia trained as a gifted gymnast with an incredibly bright future. I want to begin by saying how deeply appalled and disappointed I am. It has been almost 10 months since we lost Mia due to bullying at Lexington Junior High School, and yet nothing has been done. No accountability, no real change, and my question to you is simply why? Why has there been no action? In my 3 years working at Air Gymnastics, I have worked with hundreds of kids, hundreds of families, and I have never hesitated once to remove a child from our program when their actions harm someone else. We do it because safety matters. We do it because children's well-being comes first. So tell me, why is it so difficult for you guys to do the same thing? Why is it so hard to protect the very students you are responsible for? If I stood here tonight and called all of you a derogatory name, I would probably be removed from this room immediately. There would be consequences. You are protected, so why isn't Mia? Why is it that I would face repercussions for my inappropriate behavior, but the students who bullied Mia have faced none? Help me understand that. Help every person who ever loved Mia understand that. Help every child in this district understand why the rules seem to protect the powerful, but not the vulnerable. Mia deserved better, and the students in this district deserve better. I am asking you to finally take action to show these children that bullying is not tolerated, to show this community that you value a child's life more than the comfort of avoiding a difficult decision.
Next speaker is Bianca Garcia.
Evening, board members, educators, and community members. My name is Bianca Garcia. I'm an AUHSD alum, a concerned community member, and I am Mia Mejia's cousin. Mr. Matsuda, Dr. Matsuda, you were not my superintendent during my time at Savannah and Brookers, but you were Mia Mejia's superintendent and the superintendent to the 8 Anaheim high school students that were hit by a vehicle yesterday. I speak directly to you tonight because I know you're retiring, and I want to remind you, history does not forget, and accountability does not retire. The decisions and lack of decisions made under your leadership shaped and ended lives, including the life of my beautiful and kind 13-year-old cousin, Mia Mejia. On your LinkedIn, you say you're a community advocate and you're known for compassion. I am hoping that now that you're retiring and no longer under any legal advice or liability limitations, I hear from you. I hope my uncles hear from you. To incoming Superintendent Dr. Jaron Freed, I hope you'll lead with integrity. I hope you stand firm in what is right even when challenges arise. I hope you keep students safe and alive. You have a huge opportunity to turn things around here. Board members, I hope you agree with me and hold Dr. Freed accountable. It is your role to ensure the district is responsive to the values, beliefs, and priorities of the community. The district's mission is to provide education in a safe environment. Safe. The community has been asking for student safety. What happened to Mia should not have happened. What happened to the 8 Anaheim high school students yesterday should not have happened. The gross negligence and crimes by principals and teachers needs to stop. I don't know any of you personally, but I want to believe you chose to get into this role because you care about students. I don't expect you to care about me because I'm not a student, but Mia was. Her friends are still students. You need to step up, fulfill your duty, make decisions that will actually make a difference, choose to save lives and spare families from this pain that I now know. Please.
Next speaker, Roberto Garcia.
Evening, board members, educators, and community members. My name is Roberto Garcia, and I'm an AUHSD alum and a concerned community member. Our children deserve a school environment where they feel safe, supported, and seen. I'm a licensed professional engineer in the state of California. I like numbers, I like data, that's my thing, and I launched a student survey to assess how current Anaheim Union students feel about bullying and school safety. What has been reported is just quite horrifying. 50% of students witnessing bullying on a daily basis. 50% of students say they do not trust the staff to stop the bullying. 68% of victims of bullying are not supported by school staff. 90% of students are not satisfied with the discipline bullies receive, and over 40% of the students say they do not feel safe at school. This is not okay, and as district leaders, you cannot be okay with this. You need to increase supervision. There must be more trained adult supervision during lunch, passing periods, and after school to deter bullying and ensure student safety. Mandatory ethnic insensitivity and anti-bias training is needed for staff. All school teachers and staff need annual comprehensive ethnic sensitivity training to ensure that every student feels seen, respected, and safe in their learning environment. Anonymous student reviews of teachers are needed. At the end of each semester, students should have the opportunity to anonymously evaluate their teachers, as such as is done in higher education. This feedback will allow you to conduct internal audits and identify both areas of strength and critical concern. Mandatory Title IX education is needed. At the beginning of every academic year, all students need to be taught in an interactive and age-appropriate manner their rights under Title IX. A paper or pamphlet it's not enough. Students deserve to understand, not just be handed information. These are actionable items and they're reasonable. I urge each and every one of you to take action. Thank you.
Next speaker, Jordan, I think it's Medallion.
Evening board members, educators, and community members. My name is Jordan Medellin, and I am currently trained at the gym Mia Mejia attended. But more importantly, she was my best friend. As you may know, Mia's tragic death has affected not only her family, lives, but community. But more importantly, there's another problem. Her case is not having the proper attention it needs. It seems like a tragic death like this is being overlooked and normalized when it shouldn't. Bullies who were involved as an antagonist to Mia Mejia should be receiving consequences or even taking accountability. Not only this, but the safety for other students to be ensured and provided easily. I have trouble with trusting her school with helping all of us through her loss because they did not do anything for us, for her or her family. My daily life has been harder, even if this horrifying passing was 268 days ago. This is a call to action. Her death has not only impacted her loving family, friends, but the environment she felt lighthearted in. The gymnastics place she called home is now empty without her. Her precious memory still lives on without us, but we are asking for the least. Seek justice for Mia Mejia. Thank you.
Next speaker is Charlotte at Aldian.
Good evening, board members. My name is Charlotte Aldrich, and I'm a competitive gymnast at AUHSD Gymnastics. Mia Mejia was one of my teammates and one of my best friends. She dreamed of doing college gymnastics. She wanted to coach at AUHSD. But because of your inability to protect Mia, she no longer gets to follow these dreams. Mia endured a series of assaults at Lexington Junior High School. She was tripped, kicked, and shoved into a wall. Mia was humiliated by both her bullies and her teachers. AUHSD claims to be committed to supporting the mental health and wellness of their students, but no commitment has been made. Countless students have been bullied on your watch. Despite reporting the bullying, victims are dismissed. Your negligence cost Mia her life, and it will continue to fail other students if nothing is changed. Thank you.
Sophia Schuber.
Good evening, board members. My name is Sophia Schubert, and I'm a member of the community grieving the loss of Mia Mejia. Mia was one of my close friends as well as my teammate. Mia was an incredible gymnast. She had dreams of competing in college gymnastics, but those dreams were cut short. Mia was relentlessly bullied at Lexington Junior High School. She was intimidated, humiliated, and physically assaulted. Even after her death, AUHSD continues to fail Mia and many other students. According to a recent survey, over 40% of the students in the district do not feel safe at school. This is unacceptable. Despite being given countless opportunities to take action, AUHSD hasn't made any effort to help the Mejia family or other students who are struggling. We are demanding accountability. Please do not let Mia's death just be another tragedy. Let it be the turning point for AUHSD. Thank you.
Next is Jennifer Torres.
Good evening, board members. My name is Jennifer Torres, and my husband and myself are both AUHSD graduates, along with our 3 kids, 2 which are still students there. My daughter was one of Mia's best friends. As a parent, our heart breaks, not only for our own child, but for all lives that were changed. Our daughter and Mia became friends after my own daughter was being bullied by her peers at Lexington. I'll never forget the drive home. My daughter was so excited to make a new friend that she just loved. Their friendship grew and blossomed quickly, but was cut way too short. My daughter will now carry on Mia's memory each step of the way. My daughter was bullied not only by her peers, but the same teacher that called Mia stupid. This teacher not only made my child feel less than on a daily basis, but also called her out in front of her peers for her work or lack of. The teacher, on countless occasions, broke a legal binding IEP time after time. One day she came home in tears. I was going to call the school, but made the choice not to after my daughter begged me not to call because of the fear of what would happen the next day in class. At the end of the school year and beginning of this year, things had gotten so bad, we made the decision to pull our daughter out of school because she no longer felt safe on campus. My daughter's friend group was falling apart and taking their pain out on each other every day. If I made her go to school, I was called within an hour because the anxiety attacks were so bad that she was breaking out in a rash. She was not eating, she wasn't sleeping, and we were watching her fall apart day after day at home. Mia could be any one of our children. If this was your child, what would you want done? I'm sorry, I lost my place. You would want answers. You would want somebody held accountable for what happened. Think of the kids that are being bullied as we speak. It doesn't just happen at school. It happens when they leave the campus. It happens online all the time. And those children have to face that when they go back to school the next day. If you could just save one life, wouldn't it be worth it? A private investigation into what happened and accountability for the students that caused the bullying to Mia is not too much to ask. It is a must. If another child takes their own life, this district should be held responsible for it. They had plenty of time to make changes, but haven't. There is a problem, and this district is turning a blind eye to it. Aren't our kids worth it? Do better for them. Thank you.
Next speaker is Dulce Sotelo.
Good evening, members of the board and community. This is our last board meeting of 2025. And as we celebrate the accomplishments of our district, we also have to think about the tragedies we've endured as an AUHSD community. From the stabbing outside of Savannah High School to the loss of Mia Mejia, that is one that has left our community wondering, how did this happen? So I'm here and I'm urging our board to start 2026 with action, review our anti-bullying policies, and implement disciplinary action to protect all of our kids. And I want to end my comment today with expressing how we are all hurting for our Anaheim High School students affected by yesterday's event, but we are Anaheim strong, and together we will heal. Thank you.
I want to thank all the speakers this evening that came forward to speak on all various subjects. Especially want to commend the students, the young students that came up here and spoke to us. I know it can be very scary, not only speaking into a microphone, but speaking in front of a whole bunch of people, so thank you for that. As you know, the board cannot engage in a dialogue on any subject that has been brought to us. We can receive it and and thank you for that. But I will say, as I have said in the past, how much the board receives what you say. We feel extremely sad about the loss of one of our students. And I want the public who are listening and who are here this evening to know that the board hears you and the district is taking action. We do not sit here idle and just hear what you have to say and go home at night. We are investigating, we are taking action. So I just wanted to get that out so public know that. Moving on, the next item is number 8, Superintendent and Staff Report. Mr. Matsuda.
Thank you, Mr. President. Our hearts go out to the families of the cross-country girls that were injured yesterday. We are very proud of the staff and the community stepping up in support. We've had several elected officials and other organizations step up as well in terms of offering their support. The update is that, thank God, none of the students were severely injured, although I think out of the 6 are out of the hospital and 1 is still under observation. So please send our hearts and prayers out to the Anaheim High School community. That's my report. Thank you.
Quick report. I just want to take a moment because it is our superintendent's last board meeting and it's our last staff report with him here. So I just want to publicly thank Mike for his leadership and all that he has done in his role. You will be greatly missed, but your legacy will continue. I do wish you an amazing retirement, and I hope it's one that's filled with lots of happiness, love, and of course, great health. So congratulations, Mike, and happy holidays, everyone else, both here on the dais and out in the community.
Well, I'd like to second everything that Dr. Freed said. And, you know, Mike, we've been on an amazing journey together. I've learned just an incredible amount over the years from you. And the most important thing I've learned is just what a wonderful human being you are and how much you care about people and students, and the difference that you've made for students is you really can't even quantify it. And I feel privileged to have been able to serve underneath you, and love you and wish you the very best.
Well, I also want to echo my colleagues and thank you, Mike. This is finish up my 5th year here with the district, and my daughter came first, and then me, and then my second daughter. Thank you for allowing me to serve under you and to give me the confidence and the support that I needed from you as well. And so thank you for allowing me to let me fly and do all the things that we have set out to do. So we've done a lot of great things, and I hope you a amazing retirement.
And to pile on, I will just share the sentiments of everyone who is speaking here tonight, not only at the dais, but other people who've come to support you and wish you well. I'm looking forward actually to the next couple of weeks because you're still with us, and then launching you into your next stage. So good luck.
Likewise, I'd like to echo what everyone is saying, Mike. You've been a courageous leader. You've provided guidance, support, and mentorship to many of us, to our community, to our families, students, and staff, and we are forever grateful for that, and we wish you the best, and know we'll continue to be in contact. And happy holidays to all out here, and we'll see you soon, right, at the turn of the year.
Thank you, one and all, for your sentiments. Wishing Mr. Matsuda farewell, but the board will do that at the end of the session today. Next are reports, and before we actually have reports, I'd like to recognize some people in the audience. First of all, we have Jeff Morgenstern, our ASTA president. I know there he is, okay. Heather Huntner, president of CSEA. Lacey Munger, APAG co-president. There she is. Jennifer Sasai, ALTA president. Okay. Then we have Mr. Al Jabbar. I saw him walk in. There he is. Okay, Chief of Staff for Supervisor Doug Chafee and a former board member here, so thank you for being here. We have a Assemblywoman, I don't think that Sharon Quicksilva is here, but I think I saw Anthony. There's Anthony Monroe. Thank you for being here, representing her. Justin Massey, Office of Senator Tom Umberg. Thank you. Janet Brown's office is, Luke Rey's office is represented by Janet Brown. There she is, front row. Oh, yeah, she's got a promotion, right? Yeah. Then we have three mayors this evening. We have Connor Trout from Buena Park. We have David Burt from Cypress. And we have Nitesh Patel from La Palma. So thank you for being here. Representing Vincent Saramonta, we have Richard is it Santano? Santani. Okay, thank you. Let's see. We have Maggie Moreno from Councilmember Leon's office, City of Anaheim. And we have Luis Perez for Supervisor, Assembly Member, I'm sorry, Valencio? So in the audience, I didn't see it there. Okay, hiding back there, okay. I think I got everybody. Oh, Lauren Klesker from that other district over there, I think it's Fullerton Joint Union High School District, yes. Thank you, board member. Is that it for recognition? Okay, so now we will have some association reports. Mr. Morgenstern, care to come forward and from ASTA?
All right, good evening, everyone. Board President O'Neill, Board of Trustees, Superintendent Matsuda, soon-to-be Superintendent Dr. Freed, Cabinet, educators, and community. Wanted to continue some of the congratulations here to Trustee Magalis. I very much appreciate your comments in your speech tonight. Spoke to my heart as well, and look forward to working with you in the years to come. Superintendent Matsuda, congratulations again on your retirement. Again, very jealous that I can't go into retirement, not yet, but again, looking forward to working with you in many years to come on behalf of the well-being of public education as a public good and a right and a foundation for our democracy. Congratulations to my friend Carlos Hernandez on being appointed Executive Director. As co-facilitator of the Community School Steering Committee, I work with him very closely and look forward to a continued working relationship with him. I think that's everybody. I might have forgot, so I apologize. There's just kind of one thing I want to bring to the public's attention, to the board and cabinet's attention tonight, beyond the well wishes of the December holiday, is that as co-facilitator of the Anaheim Union High School District Community School Steering Committee, we had a strong consensus last week in a vote to recommend that the west side 5 schools of Oxford, Cypress, Lexington, Kennedy, and Walker, trying to make sure I remember them all, that the staffing positions for community schools, as a community school full-time coordinator for a classified position and a half-time release teacher lead, be placed at those schools for the 26-27 and 27-28 years, in order for those schools to be able to continue on their community schools journey that they began this year. We believe that that staff is essential to do that work, and it really honors the idea that we are all a community schools district. I know in 2 years, when the seed money runs out for the grant, we're going to be facing that question of sustainability district-wide, and it'd be great to do it at all of our schools together and figure that out together. So just wanted to share that with you tonight. We are happy to engage in any and all discussions around those positions. If you have any questions, please don't hesitate to reach out. You're welcome to always visit us at the steering committee for conversation. But just let us know, and be happy to engage in those conversations. Beyond that, I just want to wish everyone a terrific holiday. I know as educators, one of the blessings is we get 2 weeks off, right, for Christmas break. So I wish everyone a great holiday break. Friends and family, get some rest, have some fun and some enjoyment, and we'll see everybody back here in the new year. All right, thank you.
Next, Heather Hutner.
Hello, Board of Trustees, Cabinet, Superintendent Matsuda, soon to be Superintendent Dr. Freed. On behalf of the classified employees, we would like to extend our heartfelt gratitude to Superintendent Matsuda as he retires. His support for our staff and commitment to collaboration have made a lasting impact on our schools and the communities that we serve. Under his leadership, we have seen progress in creating a positive work environment, strengthening communication, and ensuring that classified employees are recognized as essential partners in student success. Before we look ahead, we want to acknowledge the tragic accident involving multiple students yesterday. Our thoughts are with the students, their families, and everyone who was affected. We also extend our deepest gratitude to the first responders, school staff, and community members who acted swiftly and compassionately during this time. Their dedication reminds us of the strength and resilience within AUHSD. As we move forward into the new year, we remain committed to continuing the spirit of partnership with district leadership. We're excited to work with the new Board of Trustee, Dr. McCallis, and the incoming Superintendent, Dr. Freed. We'd like to thank Dr. Freed for his early efforts to include classified employees in district conferences and collaborative discussions. We also appreciate his willingness to work with us to explore ways to increase our 5.75-hour employees to 6 hours. This would not only benefit our employees, but provide more support for both teachers and students in the classroom. We also want to express our appreciation to the district librarian, Jasenia Vera, for her leadership in bringing classified employees into conversations about artificial intelligence and providing related trainings. These opportunities empower our members to stay informed and prepare for the evolving educational landscape, and allowed me to use AI to write this. Just saying. Additionally, we are proud of our district's commitment to ensuring that students and their families have the resources necessary to succeed, since we're a leader in the community schools movement. Unfortunately, many of our classified staff face the same challenges as our students and families. In fact, some of them are our students' families. They worry about paying rent or mortgage each month. They struggle to find affordable housing locally and often drive 30, 40, and even 50 miles each way to get to work. Many work multiple jobs, experience food insecurity, and live one unexpected bill away from financial disaster, if they aren't there already. Just like our students, if we want our employees to perform well and succeed, we must ensure that they also have the resources they need. It's important to recognize that supporting classified employees is essential to sustaining the success of our district. Our focus in the coming year will be on maintaining open dialogue, advocating for fair working conditions, and supporting initiatives that enhance the educational experience for all students. Together, we can make the coming year one of growth, collaboration, and success. Thank you for your continued support and for valuing the contributions of CSEA's classified employees.
Thank you. Lacey Munger.
Good evening, President O'Neill, members of the board, Superintendent Matsuda, one last time, executive cabinet, and community members. Before we start, just want to say congratulations to Carlos Hernandez for his promotion to executive director. Fun fact, he actually oversaw counselors at one time. We gave him a run for his money, but he survived, and I'm sure he put that on his resume, and that's probably a reason why he got the position that he's in right now. So congratulations, he's going to do great. As I was contemplating what to share tonight for APGA, a lot came to my mind, just based on how I've done things in the past. The initial college application season is now behind us. Financial aid is now in progress, and our counselors are guiding our students through their academic plan and preparation for course selection in January. All of this is important work because it shows the commitment that counselors have to our students when it comes to academics and their college and career readiness. And while we love our data and we love our numbers because they paint a picture of where our students stand, and I do get excited when I get to share this data with you because I'm like, oh my gosh, look at all this cool stuff. The reality is that behind every number and every task are the relationships that the counselors build with their students, their staff, families, and the community. And so I'm going to get a little counselory for a minute, and counselory is not a word, but I'm going to make it a word for tonight. It's a verb. Right now, our students are preparing for finals at the end of the first semester. And whether they're studying or they're completing their PTAs or they're wrapping up projects, we know there is stress involved. And that's only the stress that we see because we know those deadlines. Teachers are also working hard, grading, supporting their students, and meeting their timelines. And our AUHSD families are also experiencing that stress as well, often in ways we don't know, and sometimes we do. This time of year naturally brings reflection on how we've done. We look back to see what's gone right, what's not gone so well, and counselors work with these stressors I mentioned on a daily basis. We are the ones who do meet with students who are overwhelmed about grades, supporting them when unexpected tragedies occur, supporting them when, or listening when they feel like they've been wronged. Counselors are also the ones supporting teachers when frustrations arrive, whether in the classroom or personally at times, and we work closely with families when they need guidance or some kind of meeting. This kind of social emotional work is not always quantitative, like I've presented in the past, but these daily interactions are what ultimately drive the data that I've shared over the past few months with you and why we've been so successful. So with that said, just let's spend this last month of the year reflecting on our current practices as we prepare for how we can do even better next year. APJ wishes Superintendent Matsuda a joyful retirement. Your vision for this district has really driven a lot of how counseling has come to be over the last few years. Your drive and your guidance has guided our work as well. So thank you for that. We really have transformed over the last few years due to the vision that you have provided to us. So thank you. And for everybody else, we wish everybody a happy holiday season. Counselors will be ready in 2026 to continue guiding our students down the path that they choose, and we look forward to entering that year with the same purpose, care, and commitment that define AUHSD counselors. Thank you.
Next, Jennifer Sasai is on her way up already before I even say that.
Of course I am. You know I'm here before you even call me. Trustees, colleagues, and guests so dear, we gather to celebrate the close of the year. The halls are festive, the spirits are bright as we share our district's highlights tonight. We start with a tribute, sincere and true, for Superintendent Matsuda, a farewell to you. As you embark on your retirement quest, we wish you joy, relaxation, and nothing but the best. Your journey continues, though paths may divide, with our deepest gratitude for being our guide. Now to Cypress High, where the banners fly high for the girls' volleyball team who reached for the sky. Through hard work and grit, they sealed their faith, crowned the CIF champions of the entire state. At Orangeview and Western, the culture is strong with a winter wear challenge where all staff belong. Wellness ambassadors trained by Chalk with care ensure mental health support is effectively there. We reflect on our practices, promising anew, while restorative justice helps broaden our view. With circles in classrooms and Kid Talk to guide, we support every student with pride. At Lexington Junior High, the excitement is grand, with undefeated athletes taking the stand. In Season 2 sports, they are bringing us fame, playing with heart and respecting the game. The band and choir have tuned up their song for the holiday assembly we've waited for so long. With a kindness tree blooming during lunch hour, they finish the semester with spirit and power. And at Magnolia, the Sentinels thrive, keeping their vibrant school spirit alive. With real-world learning, they open the door to opportunities never imagined before. They feed curiosity and grow stronger together, digging deep to achieve no matter the weather. From our schools to this board, as the year finds its end, may peace and good tidings on all of you descend. Happy holidays to AUHSD. Thank you.
Thank you. Next, we have student representative report. Leah Garcia.
Hello, everyone. So to begin first with Anaheim High School, congratulations to Anaheim High School because their very own girls flag football team won the Division V CIF championship. And you can see it very clearly on their faces right there, how hard they worked and how excited they were for the activities they led. Yes, and they also continued during the fall season to do Pi President with over 30 presidents online, and that's a very fun tradition for them, and they were all very excited for that. There's also other celebrations at Cambridge Virtual Academy, where Cambridge Virtual Academy attended the Forestry Challenge, where they explored nature, learned hands-on environmental science, and represented their community with pride. Their ASB also hosted a school-wide scavenger hunt, where students and teachers teamed up to participate in challenges, building community, and creating memorable experiences together. Next, at Cypress High School, the girls volleyball team, as Ms. Lacey said before, secured the Division II CIF state title and won the CIF SS for the first time in 18 years. So they worked extremely hard for that title, and they were all very excited. And then at Kennedy High School, the JFK Latinos Unidos invited students to join them for the Dia de los Muertos festival to view the amazing work done by the students in Kennedy, the Spanish department. And they also attended a ASB conference where they were able to learn a lot about different programs that are going on and different ways to incorporate their school spirit. And then at Catella High School, November was a fantastic month for their service. NHS ASB and their community schools chapter spearheaded a service project that helped their families most in need. So that's where they collected a bunch of food for their families in need and gifts and other things that were needed in the community. And at Loera, their Loera Band Color Guard delivered an outstanding performance at their Dia de los Muertos themed show, Remember Me, at the AUHSD 60-second Band Spectacular, with band members swaying like the dead and the Color Guard embodying festive skeletal figures. Their performance beautifully showcased culture, creativity, and collaboration in a vibrant and memorable celebration. That experience was gone. We went all of the ambassadors, and it was extremely beautiful, Loera's especially. And at Magnolia, the Magnolia Theater Department performed their first show of the year, which was called Bad Auditions by Bad Actors. There's special thanks to the Taylor Thorne and Ian Talbot for their wonderful jobs directing and producing. Next, at Oxford Academy, 11 Oxford students advanced to the PTA District Showcase, wishing all of the artists and performers the best of luck as they compete at the 4th District Reflection Showcase. In addition, all of our schools did Bags of Hope, where we gathered gifts for those in need, for those who aren't as fortunate to buy their own Christmas gifts. Next, at Savannah, all winter sports are succeeding in their activities. We have water polo, basketball, and soccer, and theater had a massive production showcasing their talent and ability. In addition, they also held a Dia de los Muertos event and also participated in Band Spectacular. And at Western, after months of preparation, Hispanic Club presented Orange View Western's annual Dia de los Muertos event, a celebration rich in culture that encompassed a variety of lively performances, games, food, and gorgeous art. They also had their second RSVP summit, and they're continuing to guide and help their students in everything they're needed. Okay, that's it. Thank you.
Thank you, Leah. Do we have a PTA representative in the audience this evening? Seeing nobody rushing to the microphone. Okay. So we're going to move on to number 10, election of officers. The Board of Trustees is requested to participate in a brief discussion on election process prior to the nomination. So the way it'll work is we start with President, and we'll ask for nominations. After the President has changed hands, then the new president will continue on with clerk of the board and the assistant clerk. At that, okay? So, okay, we're ready. So I entertain a motion for a president of the board for the next year.
I nominate Jessica Guerrero. Beat me
Okay,
to the
so we have a
punch.
nomination for Ms. Guerrero here. Do I have
Second.
we have a second. Okay, seems like we're running in true form here. Any discussion? No discussion. Okay. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Okay, Ms. Guerrero.
Thank you, colleagues. Truly honored to be named board president and grateful for the trust placed upon me. I look forward to working alongside my fellow board members, our staff, and our community to lead with equity, collaboration, and a shared vision for our student success. And with that, I will move on to item 10.2 for nominations for clerk of the board of trustees.
I move he's not even looking this way. Randall Trejo.
I second that motion. Any discussion? All in favor, please say aye.
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 Congratulations, Trustee Randall Trejo. Item 10.3, Assistant Clerk of the Board of Trustees. Open for nominations.
I move that Ron Hoshi be the next Assistant Clerk of the Board of Trustees.
Second.
Awesome. Any discussion? All in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Congratulations, Mr. Hoshi.
Yep.
President Guerrero, if you'd like to take 11.1 and 11 through 11.4 together, you would be welcome to do that.
Okay. We will be taking 11.1 through 11.4 together.
Moved.
Second.
Thank you. Any discussion? Seeing none, all in favor, please vote aye.
Aye.
Aye. All right. And then I know I just became president like 5 seconds ago, but I'm going to use my president prerogative to move up item 14 and 15 because I know we have a few guests in the room and we'll be hosting a reception. So please stay for our presentations. After that, we will have a reception.
No, I would second. Do we need a motion
No.
for that?
No.
No? Okay. Let's do it.
Thank you. All right.
Great
So,
idea.
Just do it.
14.1, honoring outgoing board president. If everyone could please join me in the center for the.
Already moving and shaking.
Don't mess around. Okay. The Board of Trustees will honor Trustee Ryan O'Neill for his service as Board President from December 2024 through December 2025. I want to thank him for his steady leadership during a year of very significant transition for our school district. He's has guided us through a successful superintendent search, a board vacancy appointment, as well as our district challenges this year, including our thoughtful response to immigration enforcement concerns and just really important conversations around all of our advancements and initiatives that our district has done. So on behalf of the Board of Trustees, thank you, Mr. O'Neill, for your service this year. And we have a plaque to honor you. Yes, you may go back to your seat. Thank you. Okay. And now the time has come. Superintendent Masuda, if you can stay in the center, please. So tonight we are honoring our superintendent as he concludes his final board meeting and enters a well-deserved retirement at the end of this month. For 11 years, he has led with courage, conviction, and unwavering belief in what our students can achieve. His leadership has opened doors, expanded opportunities, and shaped the futures of thousands of young people across our district. He brought forward innovative ideas, pushed all of us to think boldly, and united our community around a shared vision of equity and excellence. Because of his guidance, our district is stronger, more cohesive, and better prepared to support students for generations to come. We are deeply grateful for the impact he has made and the legacy he leaves behind, and we wish him every happiness in his next chapter on behalf of the entire AUHSD Board of Trustees and everyone that you've impacted over the past 11 years. Thank you, and congratulations on your retirement.
9 days, but who's counting? It's truly been an honor to serve the board and serve our entire AUHSD family for almost 12 years, and before that, 20 years as a teacher. I shared this brief story with the principals, but in 1998, I was one of my favorite movies was Stand and Deliver, a movie, a true story about an amazing teacher in Garfield High School, and Escalante, right? Jaime Escalante. And, you know, and that really made me think about how wonderful it would be to be a teacher, someone who can connect with kids, especially our marginalized kids, someone who really loved them and believed in them. And the word that I learned, the Spanish word, was ganas, which means, you know, what is your passion? What do you believe in? And of course, I believe in the unlimited you through this educational system that we've built. But the Japanese, so there's two words, ganas, and the Japanese have another word, gaman. Gaman means grit. It means the courage to carry out your passion. And collectively, I'm really proud of all the things that we have done with both the North Star of vision, serving all of our young people with love and compassion, but having the courage to move a lot of people's cheese over the years. And to be honest, it's taken a lot out of me over the years. And, you know, it's a sacrifice of the board, sacrifice of the teachers on the front line, sacrifice of parents. We heard so many stories today, and you know, I tell people as I visit every site and say goodbye that with so many families that we serve, every week is literally life and death, divorce and birth, the whole cycle of life. And so it is so, so important as we go through these crazy upside down times that the Anaheim familia stays intact and important and caring. We're going to get triggered over, you know, we're going to get triggered, and we're going to, you know, crazy things are going to happen. But I ask that our familia serve with grace and believe in each other, because that's the magic of this district, and this is why I've spent my whole professional career here. We may not always agree on solutions, but we agree with love. God bless you all. Thank you very much.
right, and then I know we have a few guests tonight that are also here to honor Superintendent Masuda. So I'm going to start with our city representatives, starting with City of Buena Park, our Mayor Connor Trout. Welcome to the stage or stadium. I don't know.
Mike, you have been an innovator. You've been transformative. I'm so thrilled that my son will someday be a student in the Anaheim Union High School District based on the foundation you have created. At a time when folks were shying away from AI, trying to stop it, you leaned into that. You've innovated. You've made Anaheim Union High School District on the map across this nation because of the innovations you've led into. You've been transformative. We heard about the school bonds, getting to see how this has changed not just the structures and how they look on buildings and people's property values, but the actual education folks have in the classroom. You've made an incredible difference for not just the people of Buena Park, as the mayor, I think I'm supposed to say that part, but really education across our region and throughout this country. Thank you for being an inspiration. I'm excited for what you have next. You've earned this moment, and I know the rest of your board and your team is going to carry the torch strong. Great work.
Thank you, Mayor. Thank you so much.
Next, we have the City of La Palma, our Mayor Nish Patel.
Well, thank you, Board of Trustees. Thank you to our community. You know, having one daughter gone through AUHSD from Oxford, and you setting the tone and the foundation is very important for us to lead into the future. And I know you're going to be greatly missed, but I, on behalf of the City of La Palma, have a proclamation for you. I could probably do about 12 to 15 or have a book of all your achievements, but I do want to go through this because it shows some of your notable accomplishments. And today is your day, my friend, because in 9 days, you'll be waking up in your boxers and enjoying your life. So, so on behalf of the City of La Palma, whereas Superintendent Michael Matsuda is nationally recognized 21st century educational leader known for innovation, entrepreneurship, and compassion. Whereas under Superintendent Matsuda's leadership, the Anaheim Union School District has built a new educational model called Career Preparedness Systems Framework. In partnership with higher education, private, and nonprofit sectors, of which this model has extended and transformed educational opportunities for all students centering on their own voice and purpose. Whereas Superintendent Matsuda's several accolades include one of 12 national leaders to learn from, awards from Education Week magazine, the Visionary Education Leadership Award from Cal State University Fullerton, the California Association for Bilingual Education, CABE, Administrator of the Year Award, and the Honorary Doctorate of the University from Chapman University, the Outstanding Community Partner Award, and the UCI from the UCI School of Education, and being named the California for the Social Study Administrator of the Year. Whereas under Superintendent Matsuda's leadership, AUHSD leads the state with 17 democracy schools, which promote student voice and civic engagement through the district. Whereas as an innovator, Superintendent Matsuda developed the Anaheim Innovative Mentoring Experience Program, creating mentorship opportunities for over 20,000 high school students, established more than 300 annual summer work-based paid internships and experiences for students, uplifted innovative teachers, leaders who have developed a district-wide student capstone experience, and the first esports and game design pathway, among other remarkable innovations across the district. Whereas Superintendent Matsuda conceptualized the AUHSD Serve-a-thon, and an annual service event celebrating MLK Day with over 4,000 students, families, and adult mentors. Whereas through dedication, Superintendent Matsuda developed the AI K-12 Deeper Learning Summit, and bringing together leading national AI experts and K-12 teachers from the over 30 states to explore how AI can support a whole children education. Now therefore be it proclaimed that the City Council of the City of La Palma hereby recognizes and honors Superintendent Matsuda for his exemplary public service, his contribution to democracy in public schools, and his inspiration for future generations in the City of La Palma and other AUHSD cities, and does hereby congratulate him on his service and well-deserved retirement.
And next we have from the City of Cypress, Mayor David Burke.
Hello, I'm David Burke, and I'm the son of two public school teachers. And so for everyone in the room who is involved with public education, you have my deepest gratitude. Superintendent Matsuda, schools are, in my opinion, the foundation of a thriving city, community, and society. And they're part of the reason that families like mine move to cities like Cypress, where we have the Anaheim Union High School District, and stay in cities like Cypress. My colleagues from other cities have done a great job of highlighting some of your accomplishments. I know that innovation is a word that's come up many times, and I think it can be very challenging to embrace the future, and particularly challenging to prepare a new generation for technology, a different working environment, different types of jobs and things like that. And so knowing that we've had leaders like you thinking about those issues and helping prepare our youth for the society and the jobs of tomorrow, it gives parents like me peace of mind. So thank you very much for that. And lastly, I just wanted to say the contributions that the district has made in terms of the democracy schools and civics education. It's something that's so critically important, I think more important than ever, that people grow up with an understanding of how their government works, how to make a meaningful contribution to the world around them. So thank you so much for your leadership over the years, and I wish you a wonderful retirement.
Thank you, Mayor.
And thank you. From the City of Anaheim, we have Maggie Moreno representing Councilmember Carlos Leon.
Thank you. Hello, everybody. My name is Maggie Moreno, and here to present this certificate of recognition to Michael Matsuda. Unfortunately, I've not worked with you very much, but I have heard of you since 2008 from Jeannie Tran Martin. Oh, wow. Yes, yes. So she told me all about you, and till this day, I see everything that you've done. The proclamation states well. Congressman Curry also has. I read the congressional a certificate that we have, and you have done an amazing job. I'm really proud of everything that you've done, and I'm sure everybody appreciates to hear what's happening with the students that you've guided. And as a result, Carlos Leon, now Councilman Carlos Leon, follows your footsteps, is a measure of the things that you have done here in Anaheim. So congratulations. Enjoy your retirement, and I hope it goes well in your boxers. Thank you. Yes, thank you so much. I think so much about you, yes.
Next, we have our Orange County Board of Supervisors. We have Al Jabbar from the Office of Supervisor Doug Chafee, and former board member of AUHSD. We also have Richard Santana from the Office of Vicente Sarmiento.
Well, first of all, let's clear it out. What color boxers, Mike? So, first of all, I had the pleasure of serving in hiring you as superintendent. So I'm so glad to be here, although in a different form. Supervisor Doug Chafee couldn't be here. He's going to you could expect a call from him tomorrow morning. But he just wanted to, this morning, we sat down and having a conversation about you retiring. And one thing that he mentioned was how Anaheim, Union High School District, and our district was going to miss your leadership. Visionary leadership, bold leadership, and he wants to thank you on behalf of all the parents, students, for believing in our students' ability and creating unlimited opportunities for them. So thank you very much, and we wish you a well-rested retirement. And I know you're not going to retire because I still have an email from you on a project that I have not opened yet that I need to read and respond back to you. So congratulations and well-deserved.
Thank you.
I'll just be very brief on behalf of Vicente Sarmiento. We had the pleasure of working with the district on providing some food assistance, and your district did an amazing job making sure that the event was a success, and it's under your leadership, your administrators. I want to thank everyone in this room who supported our efforts. So thank you so much. Happy retirement.
Thank you.
Of course.
Yes, we have our California Senate representative from the office of Senator Tom Umberg, Justin Masley.
Hi, everyone. Good evening. My name is Justin Massey. I'm very proud to be here today. Maybe let's hold that together. You got that? I'm very proud to be here today on behalf of State Senator Tom Umberg. I have had the distinct pleasure to know Superintendent Matsuda and work alongside him in the board in a prior role doing education policy, working alongside the superintendent and the board to advocate for the resources that our students need. He has been a continual advocate for the students, not only in this district, but in the county and in California at large. I've been so impressed. I mean, one of my first days with the California School Boards Association, I remember going to Michael Matsuda's AI Summit, and he was revolutionary. When we weren't talking about ChatGPT and integrating AI into everything, he was at the forefront. So from AI to the Magnolia Agri-Science Center, which I got to see our state superintendent, Tony Thurman, come and recognize that incredible work. Democracy schools, as has been mentioned. The accolades could go on, but I just want to say thank you and congratulations on behalf of the senator. And I want to read the last line here. Resolved by Senator Thomas J. Umberg that he takes great pleasure in commending Michael Matsuda for his visionary role in guiding the development of the Anaheim Union High School District to its current preeminence, and extends to him sincere best wishes for all the richness and rewards of an active and productive retirement. Congratulations, Superintendent.
And next we have representatives from the California State Assembly, from Luis Perez from the Office of Assemblymember Avelino Valencia, and Anthony Monroe from the Office of Assemblymember Sharon Kirk Silva.
Good evening, everybody. I'm so happy to be here. First, I just want to congratulate you on 11 great years of service. As a proud product myself of Anaheim High School, go Colonists, I just wanted to let you know that ever since I've been in this position, I have seen so many great changes out of all our schools, the Mac Farm, Gilbert High School. I oversee the majority of our AUHSD schools, and I am so proud of all the work that the school board members have done. And on behalf of the Assemblywoman, we want to congratulate you on 11 years of great service. We really appreciate it. Thank you so much.
And then on behalf of Assemblymember Avelino Valencia, and as Anthony noted, we have the other portion of the district, which we think are probably the best schools, Anaheim and Catella. But we want to say thank you so much and congratulations for all your years of effort. Jessica and I we went to high school together, and it was your first year as superintendent. So I think you should see all your work has come to fruition, especially in the civic engagement in all those roles. So thank you so much.
You're my best.
And then last but not least, our representative from our Congressmember Luke Correa's office, Janet Brown.
I'm so honored to be here representing Congressman Luke Correa, and I'm going to pass a congressional record that we created for you. And what comes to mind for me is the word legacy. Not just as a superintendent, but as a teacher. I mean, this is actually 33 years, is that correct? And as we talk tonight about the people here, the elected officials, the congressman's a grad from Anaheim High class of 76, and I'm class of 77, so we get to be the older ones here that remember getting to watch what has transpired. And I am so proud to be a product of this school district. And to watch the progress and the transformation has been incredible for me. I'm very involved with the Anaheim High Alumni Association, and I want to just continue working to support our students and continue your legacy. And I know the people here, the board, will be doing that. And I would be remiss if I didn't mention that his mother was also, couldn't graduate from Anaheim High because of circumstances in that time frame.
Yes,
but I know
she got her diploma though from Jan Billings. So
that's right, and how proud she would be of you. So thank you and congratulations.
Thank you. Thank you.
I believe that was everyone. Oh, yes. One collective photo, please. If you could please step up to the front, our representatives. Just kidding. Hello. Hello. That's cute. We can't airdrop the photo. Thank you all for joining us. We will now be hosting a small reception down the hall in our district lounge. We invite all of you to join us. We will be honoring Trustee O'Neill as our outgoing board president, Trustee McCullis, our newly appointed trustee, as well as our outgoing superintendent, Michael Masuda, and our incoming superintendent, Dr. Jaren Freed. So please join us, and we will reconvene our meeting in 10 minutes. Thank you. 12, establish day and hour for regular school board meetings. This is an action item.
So moved.
Second.
Still moving second. Any discussion on the dates provided?
Yes, I have
Trustee
a-
O'Neill. Yes.
You'll see on July, there's 2 dates there. The reason why there's 2 dates, I'm asking it to be moved to the 9th, otherwise you won't see me here. I'll be out of the country. Okay? So that's why I'm asking for that change.
It works for me.
Does that work for everyone?
So July 9th, yeah.
July 9th. All right. So we have a motion and a second, and we're going to keep July 9th for July. July 9th for our July meeting. So all in favor, you could please vote aye. Aye.
Aye.
All right. Item 13, Board of Trustees appointments to committees. This is an action item.
So moved.
Second?
Thank you. Motion and second. So at this time, we're going to look at the items that the committees that need to be filled. And right now, it's the committees that our former trustee, Catherine Smith, held. So I will be taking nominations for the first one is the Greater Anaheim Special Education and Local Plan Area, and that is an alternate seat. Anyone interested in serving?
You won't have too many meetings because I attend all of them. There's only been a couple of meetings that I haven't been able to attend because of Orange County School Board Association AXA dinners. They usually try to accommodate my schedule, but in the case that you want to come to any of the meetings, you're more than welcome. Or if you can fill in, I'll let you know ahead of time. So it would probably be 1 or 2 meetings that you would be an alternate for.
Madam President, can I get with regards to each of these positions? Oh, it says it on the left, how many positions. So we only need one. I would be happy to step up for this position and expand my understanding of the Greater Anaheim SELPA.
Thank you, and that will be alternate position in case Trustee Randall Trejo doesn't attend. All right, the next opening is the City of Anaheim Parks and Recs Commission. Are we still taking nominations for that? Or is that committee still active? Yes. Yes, it is. We are taking.
Board members, if it's okay, I have served on this committee before. It does work. It does go on Wednesdays, but I also know that they are reorganizing in that I believe there is 4-year terms. I wouldn't mind doing that unless somebody else would like that.
It's Anaheim resident only, so
Oh.
probably should be somebody.
Yes, Anaheim resident only, so we will take your nomination.
Cypress, I can't do it.
Okay.
Right. Thank you, Trustee McCullis.
Thank you, Madam President.
The next is the representative to the Insurance Committee. I know Trustee Hoshi, you served as an alternate. Would you like to step up as a representative or open it up for nominations?
I wanted to find out if anybody else would love to serve on that as on the insurance. It's a really important position.
It is.
Yes.
I would love to, but 2 p.m. is very hard for me to make. If it was later, I would. How about if I become an alternate on that?
So I know they didn't want to make any changes mid-year too, so I will stay on that with you, President Guerrero.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay, so it'll be myself and Trustee Hoshi appointed, and then alternate Randall Trejo. Very good with that? Are you okay with that?
Anne Marie?
Oh,
Yeah, that's
sorry.
okay with me.
Okay,
I couldn't
perfect.
come to all the meetings, but if you, in a pinch, okay.
All right. The next seat is the representative to the Wellness Committee. Currently is Mr. O'Neill and Ms. Smith, so there's one opening, if anyone's interested.
I'm very interested in this, if it's okay with the board.
Wellness?
Yes. Any discussion on that? Okay, no, Trustee McCullis, thank you. The next is the representative to the Student Discipline Task Force. We have Trustee Hoshi and Trustee Smith. I know Trustee Randall Trejo, you served as an alternate. Would you like to be the representative?
I would.
Perfect. All right, so it'll be Hoshi and then Trustee Randall Trejo, and then we do need an alternate. I am happy to step up as alternate for that committee.
President Guerrero, so am I still the nominating committee for?
Yes.
Okay.
Are you okay with that?
I'm very okay with
Okay.
that, yes.
All right, moving along. The City of Buena Park representative, right now it's Hoshi and Smith. There is an opening. I'm happy to take that opening to represent City of Buena Park along with Trustee Hoshi. That's okay.
I'd like to stay on there.
Okay, so it'd be the both of us. The next opening, City of Stanton, Trustee Randall Trejo and, oh no, sorry, that one's already filled. The next one is our alleged contacts and district's current appointees. Senator Tom Umberg, we have Trustee Smith, Trustee Randall Trejo. Trustee Randall Trejo, would you like to serve?
I would like to step up for that one.
Perfect, thank you. And then we do need an alternate.
Yeah, I could be alternate.
Thank you, Trustee McCullis. Next one is U.S. Senator Alex Padilla. I am happy to step up as the appointee, and then anyone willing to serve as the alternate.
I can do it.
Thank you, Mr. O'Neill. So it'll be myself and Mr. O'Neill. And I believe that is it. Okay. If everyone's good with the changes, we have a motion and a second on the table. So all in favor, please vote aye.
Aye.
Aye. Thank you. Moving on to our presentation, 16.1 and 16.2, financial audit for fiscal year 2024 through 2025, and bond audit report for fiscal year 2024 through 2025. And I'm going to defer to Dr. Nien to introduce
Perfect.
her.
Thank you so much. Thank you, our audit partner, Andrew Park, for being here. I'm sorry it was over 2 hours, but thank you so much for being here tonight. We were, after all the federal delays with the guidelines, we were finally able to get that. And thank you to Andrew and his team. We're able to put our audit in place now, and so it was filed last week, and so our partner is here to just present to us what are some of the highlights for us. Thank you.
Well, good evening. It is a pleasure to be here. Normally I present in January, but I'm here today, thankfully. I will tell you right now that this was a unique year due to the federal closure. We were heavily impacted because we actually didn't have an idea what to audit until they opened back up and actually gave us guidance in terms of what to audit. And even before I start, I'd like to thank the folks at Anaheim Union High School District for providing everything that we need. We don't normally get this, but most of our clients don't like us for obvious reasons. But for some reason, we always get what we need from the district, so we certainly appreciate it. And to add to that, this report was my first report this year. So, I mean, that's a pretty good accomplishment, I think, as a school district. So that's a good note there. It goes downhill, I'm just kidding. Okay, so let's begin with the district fiscal audit as of June 30, 2025. This is basically covering July 1st, 2024 through June 30, 2025. So we do have a new board member here. Give you some background in terms of what we do. So just like your attorneys, I work for you, okay? And I solely report to the board as far as how the audit went. Now, what is my primary objective when it comes to the audit of a school district? My sole objective, or the primary objective, is to audit the financial statements. Now, what does that mean? Dr. McCullis, right? Okay, just making sure. You weren't here for this, but back in September, the board was presented with a document called Unaudited Actuals for the 24-25 fiscal year. That document is supposed to be audited by me and basically be reported back, and just to kind of give you an overview, okay? So I always mention that an audit report is a technical document. If you're not an accountant specializing in school districts, it's extremely hard to understand. However, there is one page that all board members should refer to. I'm going to refer you to page 102 of the audit report. Oh, we all have copies. Wonderful. Okay. The header is called Summary of Auditor's Results, page 102.
Oh, sorry.
We don't have it in the book? Oh, okay,
Oh.
I'll go there.
Okay. Okay. So,
It'll take a second.
Yes,
sure.
1 second. You said 102?
Yes,
No,
page
it's-
102.
Thank you.
Header of the page is called Summary of Auditor's Results.
This only goes up to 21. Oh, bond.
Oh, yeah, 16.
Oh, okay, got it. Okay. This is only our second meeting with computers, so instead of having the tree sitting here.
The tree. That's
Oh,
true.
I've been using it. They're just slow. You said 121?
102, page 102.
I was close.
It's the schedule of findings and questions costs.
Right after that. The
Right
header is
after.
called Summary of Auditor's Results.
Summary hours, got it.
Yeah. Okay, sounds like we're all there.
Wait, he said 102, or 110 down there. Okay, that makes a big difference.
It doesn't. All right, is everyone good? Are my colleagues good?
Yep.
And on the little
Numbers
one in
don't
the
match
bottom.
on here.
Oh, thank you.
Looks like technology isn't exactly working for
This
us.
is only a second time using it. Thank you so much, Pauline.
All right,
Okay,
wonderful.
you may
Now
proceed.
we have copies of it. So again, the audit report is a technical document, and I think the best way to gauge how the audit went is to refer to this page and go through each of the sections. Now, as you look through this page, you're going to see three headers. First is the financial statement. Second is federal awards. Third is state compliance. Those are the three main focus areas that we touch upon as part of the audit. Financial statement being the biggest. Now, before I get into the results of the audit, I'd like to kind of preface this with a little bit of a technical term that I'm going to be using. So all auditors don't provide what we would call an absolute assurance, meaning that we're 100% sure. We do what's called a reasonable assurance, and it's in the form of a professional opinion. Now, we do this by a varying degree. The highest level of assurance being an unmodified opinion, followed by a qualified. Lastly, an adverse or a disclaimer of an opinion, okay? So think of it as the IRS. IRS will not tell you anything if you did everything correctly. I will guarantee you they'll contact you if you did something wrong. We operate in that same manner. We only, unfortunately, report the bad. That's why no one likes us, okay? So again, please keep in mind that the highest level of assurance is an unmodified opinion. So I'm gonna go through each of the sections and just summarize the results of the audit. As far as the financial statements are concerned, as of June 30, 2025, our opinion with respect to the overall financial statement of the district was unmodified, highest level of assurance that we could provide. During the course of our assessment and audit of the financial statements, we did not identify any type of deficiencies that we have to report to the board. Now, what we're talking about in terms of deficiency is if there's any flaws or problems when it comes to the reporting of the financial statements or the gathering of the information of the financial statements, we are required to report that to the board. So fortunately, we have nothing to report in that arena. Federal awards. So if you're a non-federal entity receiving currently $750,000 or more in a given year, you're subject to what's called a single audit. This is the piece that actually delayed us from issuing our reports early because of the closure. We frankly did not know what the direction was from the feds until right before Thanksgiving. That's when we found out. But in any event, that's the trigger. And during the 24-25 fiscal year, we were required to audit your one-time dollars. You've heard of the term ESSER, right? The remnants of it. And then we were also required to audit your Title I Part A funds, which are federal funds dedicated for underprivileged students, okay?
Based on the audit procedures performed over both of these programs, our opinion was unmodified with respect to the district's compliance with both of these programs. We also did not identify any type of control or checks and balance deficiencies that the board has to be aware of. Okay, so again, it was a clean opinion. Moving on to state compliance, and I always mention this is kind of a unique area because it evolves every year. It changes bit by bit every year, and unfortunately we just have to accommodate it. But I know you don't have this, but if you're ever curious, the full listing of all the programs that we're required to audit are going to be on page 99 and 100. Okay? Based on the audit procedures that we performed, all the programs that are on page 99 through 100, our opinion was unmodified with respect to the district's compliance with all the applicable programs. We also did not identify any type of deficiencies and checks and balances in ensuring compliance with each of these programs. So overall, it was a clean audit. Normally, if I have any issues that I have to report to you, I'll certainly mention it here, but it's also always going to be in the report in the following pages. So if you, again, you don't have the report, but it's okay. If you scroll through the report, the following pages will indicate none reported because there are no findings that I have to report to the board, okay? So in other words, it was a clean audit. Any questions for me?
Fantastic.
No.
Any questions?
Good news.
None at the time. It's great news. Thank you so much for your presentation.
Okay.
And we love your enthusiasm.
Yes.
Thank you.
And we're proud to have been your first audit. And then just clarify that people might get the wrong idea. You say you work for us, but this is what you have to do, and you have to report if you have findings.
Yeah, when I say I work for you, I solely report to you. Our sole platform is to be independent. And that's what you want out of auditors,
Correct.
right? So you don't want to make sure, quote unquote, sleeping with the client, right?
Correct.
So, yeah, we're definitely independent.
Thank you so much.
You're an external auditor. You're not.
Yes.
You're not an employee of the district.
Yes.
I want to make sure people understand that.
Yes, we're external independent auditors.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
All right. Moving on to 16.3, first interim budget report, deferring to Dr. Nguyen. Oh. Oh, I skipped one, yes.
So Andrew
16.2.
presented on the 16.1, that's the financial audit. Then we also have the bond audit report for fiscal year 24-25.
Thank you.
that we will
Back
be
to
reporting as well.
16.2
So
bond
that has
audit.
to be a two separate, any type of bond is a separate audit. So they conduct a separate, we have a separate contract with them, and they do the audit completely separately as well.
Got it. Thank you for the clarification.
Thank you.
Okay, so we have two separate audits. One's Measure H, which is phasing out or has phased out, and one's Measure K. I'll go through these audits rather quickly. So when you look at a bond audit report, it's a two-part audit. First half is the financial statement aspect of it, and second half is what everybody's interested in, is the performance aspect of it. I'm not going to get into much of the financial aspect. It's normally tied to the district's overall audit, but we scale it down to audit specifically for these funds and the pockets that these funds are held in, right? So for both of these funds, our opinion was unmodified with respect to both Measure K and Measure H bonds as of June 30, 2025, okay? Again, the highest level of assurance. What interests everybody is how much did we test and what do we discover? Okay, so when you refer to the second half of the page, this is what we would call a performance audit under government auditing standards, okay? This is basically, we're set out to answer a variety of questions. In this case, did the district spend the bond proceeds in accordance to what the voters have approved or voted for, right? That's ultimately the main question that I'm answering, along with the little caveats here and there, but that's the main answer that I'm trying to answer. So I'll give you some information as far as how the district did overall. For Measure H, which is the bond funds that have been fully exhausted as of June 30, 2025, we tested 677,000 and some change out of the 684,279 spent, which represents, so we basically tested 99% of the total expenditures. It's not a big number, to be honest, in the scale of a district, but we covered just about everything, okay? Based on the testing that we performed, the district spent bond proceeds in accordance to what the voters have approved for Measure H, okay? This is the old bonds. And then the new bonds, Measure K, just to give you more information in terms of how much we covered and what our result was. For the 24-25 fiscal year, our sample included I'm just gonna round this, $36.7 million, which represents 91.1% of the total spent of $40.2 million. Pretty good coverage, okay? Now what's the result? Based on the testing that we performed, we believe that the district had spent the proceeds in accordance to what the voters have approved for. So I really have nothing to report to you from a performance and compliance standpoint, okay? Good, no news is generally good news from the auditors. Any questions on that?
Questions?
Okay.
All right. Well, thank you so much for both audits on Measure H and Measure K. We appreciate you being here tonight.
Thank you. It's my pleasure.
Thank you. All right, now 16.3, 2025 through 2026, first interim budget report, and deferring to Dr. Nguyen.
Well, before I get started, I do want to thank staff, especially Karen and Joe, for the clean audit, and also all the accounting staff and the budget team as well. So everybody worked very, very hard to get that clean audit. It's a lot of work. So starting very early, before we even close, and through July's extremely heavy, and by August. So Joe and Karen, thank you so much. I know it's a lot of work. So, he makes it sound easy, but it is not easy. There's a lot of different processes they have to run through. So you want to take this time to thank them both, and as well as their entire team for doing that. I think they make it look very easy. So I think that's what they try to do, but I know it's a lot of work. So now we are on to the first interim report. So President Guerrero, congratulations. Members of the board, Superintendent, for the last time, you're gonna have to listen to this report, but I'm gonna check on you when I present second interim. I'm gonna call you afterwards and say, how was that report, Mike? Staff and community. Tonight I'm bringing you the update for the fiscal period ending October 31st, 2025. So as you have heard from our auditors, there have been a lot of uncertainties at the national level. We have experienced the longest federal government shutdown in the U.S. history, 43 days. And with that, there's also a lot of risk to the economy overall with the tariffs, for example, and the challenges to the independence of the Federal Reserve as well. The economic overall, it's being pulled in two different directions. You have this heavy infusion of investment into the AI infrastructure. As you know, our district is also leading the AI world, but this is being a big sector that is being heavily invested currently. But it's dampened by the decrease in the consumer and business confidence due to the new tariffs that's happening. And the Fed is really trying to remain around the 2% target for the inflation. Currently, we're at 3%. It is supposed to be peaked to about 3.5% in early 2026, and hopefully the number will be coming down. That's why the Feds are trying to adjust the interest rate to combat this inflation as well. So that's at the national level that was projected by the UCLA School of Business. And in California, the overall market, there are a lot of uncertainties still at this point. California's unemployment rate continues to be higher than the national average. We're about 5.5% back in August of 2025. That's the latest data. And it's about 1.2% higher than the U.S. Rate at this point. We are projected to hopefully decline from the 5.5% to maybe mid 4%, hopefully by 2027. And so there's still a lot of unemployment in the state of California. There's also a lot of the long-term growth is threatened by the reforms in the Medicaid, that's at the national level, and then the SNAP program, which in California is also called the CalFresh program. Those are heavily weighted on the sectors like healthcare, agriculture, construction, and hospitality. That has been heightened as well. The housing continued to be a problem within California, that existing single-family sales are at the depression level volume, so the volume are extremely low. But yet the median home prices continue to rise. And you see the interest rate is still extremely high compared to what we saw not that many years ago. And construction activity is currently stagnant due to the high interest rate, the material costs, as we're seeing also in our bond programs, and deportation-related labor shortages at this point. And so in California, the housing crisis continues to be a problem at this point. And just in late November, the LAO's office, the Legislative Analyst's office, produced their California Fiscal Outlook. They always produce this in preparation for the governor's proposed budget in January. At this point, the 26-27 budget, the problem is bigger than anticipated. We're about $5 billion over that what it was projected back in June. So the overall budget problem in 26-27 has grown to be $18 billion. So that's the latest number that we're seeing. Okay. Overall revenue is actually going up. So it's kind of like, wait. So how can we have a revenue going up, but then we still have this budget problem? So revenue is estimated to be up by about $11 billion, has gone between $11 billion between 24-25 to 26-27. But it does not improve the overall budget due to the constitutional requirement of Prop 98, which we do benefit from, right? We are funded from Prop 98, certain percentage have to come to K-12 and community colleges, as well as the Prop 2 that requires the state to deposit reserve and any debt payments if there's additional revenues as well. But all other costs has so far now increased by $6 billion. There's additional statewide expenditures higher by about $2.4 billion, including items like retiree health care, pension payments, and statewide administrative costs. The HR 1, which is also known as the One Big Beautiful Bill Act, looks like it's going to increase costs by about $1.3 billion in California with the Medi-Cal as well as CalFresh, with fewer program beneficiaries and higher state costs. So that is going to be a major concern for the state of California. And there was also an $850 million of additional cost that's projected in the corrections departments within the state. There are some good news. We are seeing that there is a large one-time windfall for one-time funds. Currently, the LAO's office is estimating about $7.4 billion for one-time available funds for 26-27. And so we'll kind of see how that dollar will come. Sometimes they come in one time, in 1 year. Sometimes they come in one time over 3 years. So we'll see what the governor will propose in January when that happens. COLA, as you will see, for first interim, we put it in at 3.02 because that's what we were told as the assumption. But currently, the LAO's office is already projected a downward trend of 2.5% for COLA. And they were asking us to be extremely conservative with that number. That could be the most that we're gonna get for the COLA and as well as out-year COLA. So I'm gonna talk about that when we get to that point. And now I want to share with you the enrollment projections for our district. So as you can see, the blue bar are what has occurred in our district. So back in 2010, we're about 33,000. This year, we are about, we're down to about 25,186 students. That is a decline of 934 students. So we did decline, not as much as what we anticipated. Initially, we projected a decline of over 1,000 students. But we actually came up with another chart to share with you to see what the effects have been in the last 10 years and as well as the projections moving forward. So as you can see this next slide here, this is the annual enrollment decline between fiscal years. So you can see here currently in this, 25, 26, 934. But last year was our biggest decline so far since we've been tracking. 1,075 students that we have lost, right? That's between 23-24 to 24-25. So this year, this decline is 934. Our projections do show that we are going to continue to decline, but hopefully not at the rate that we have in the last 2 years. But even if we look at the data for the past about 15 years, we are averaging about a 500 student decline starting back in 2011-12. So maybe that's another way to look at it. Look at the decline. And so, there's some years that was a little bit less. We had the least amount of decline was back in 13-14, 196. And the biggest, that was the least decline. And then to last year, 24-25, was over 1,000 students. And so this is another way that we want to show the data. The impact is significant. And we are continuing to see a declining enrollment at this point. Do you have a question?
You'll wait till the end.
At the end? Okay, perfect. Okay. And so this is the average daily attendance. So this is how much we get funded, what we have, or our ADA has been for the past 10 years, as well as what are projections. And so far, we're looking at we're using a 92% ADA for our projections for first interim. And once we have our P1 data, which will be ending soon, then we will be updating those numbers for the second interim report. But currently, we're still using what we projected when we adopted the budget, because we do not have the first interim data at this point for P1. This is the unduplicated people count. So these are the students who are economic challenge with our EL or foster youth. And so in 25-26, these are the numbers that are not certified yet at this point. We're down a little bit up to 79.82%, so about 1% down from last year. So, and this is based on a 3-year averaging. And we are looking at further decline for that. We are trying to do additional outreach. I know been working with educational services to see what we can do to have more families to go through their application to make sure they do qualify for some of these services as well. And so we are going for that because so there is some decline over there currently. And this is our STIRS and PERS contributions. As you will see, we are sort of, at this point, stabilizing with the STIRS contributions, about $36 million currently, and with the PERS, about 23%. And these rates are continuing to stabilize at 19.1% for STIRS and about 26% for the PERS contribution as well. And this slide is the health and welfare, the actuals of how we have spent back since 2009-10 to current year to be about $64 million. You do see a slight dip from in last year in 24-25. Please do remember, last year we worked with the Health Benefits Committee as we knew the cost was going up. And so we did use about $10 million within the Health and Welfare Fund. That's in Fund 69, park in that fund. We did use some of the reserves in that fund. So this expenditures is only in Fund 1, General Fund. So it says $50 million here, but we did spend $10 million in the Fund 69. So total expenditures was $60.6 million for that. So just want to make sure we're clear about that. And now I would like to show you some of the budget assumptions, as you will see here. Current year COLA's at 2.3%. And the out year, as you can see here, the number we're using is 3.02, but we already have been told it's going to be lowered to about 2.51 at this point. And the out years, COLAs are pretty high at this point, 3.42 and 3.31. So we will see what is being released in January, and then we'll use those numbers to come back and run our multi-year projections at that point. So you'll see here. And some of these are our assumptions, as you can see here, our enrollment, as well as our projected P2, and then what we're funding the ADA at. We are still using the prior year, current year, or whichever is higher. So currently we're using prior year numbers because we are still in declining enrollment. And this is the first interim of the revenues we have in within a general fund. So we are receiving about $536.7 million. So as you can see, bulk of our dollars are coming from the state in the LCFF. That's our base funding coming from the state for our dollar amount. And this is the expenditures for the general fund for unrestricted and restricted. And you can see here how bulk of our expenditures are now in staffing. You have the certificated salaries, classified salaries, as well as employee benefits. We're now at 82% of our total expenditures is now on staffing. So just that's our biggest expenditures on staffing. And this is a detail of our multi-year projection, including current year and the next 3 years. By law, we only have to present the current year and next 2 years, but we do, our board we are concerned about our multi-year, so we want to share the 4-year projection with our board. I do want to make sure that the board understand that we have incorporated, since we have finished negotiating with ASTA, that all the salary raises are included in this multi-year projections, not just for ASTA, but for our bargaining groups. All the costs are already in the multi-year projection. We want to make sure that that's been our trend in our district, that we have make sure that one bargaining group and with the dollar amount, and so all the increases already is all included here. Even though the AB 1200, which we will be disclosing in January, that will be taking to board in January, but because we already knew we already settled negotiations, we wanted to make sure that we put the information here included in the first interim report as well. Okay, and we also share with the county, that's what we're doing as well. So they said, please go ahead and include the increases into your first interim report. Okay, so you'll see here, this is for the combined general fund. And you can see here, the available reserve on unrestricted, we're going down from 25% this year and to our 728 down to 9.64, and then down to 9.5% in year 28-29. And I do want to focus on the multi-year projection on the unrestricted side, since this is our bread and butter for our district. As you can see here, current year in 25-26, if you see the change in fund balance, we have a positive. It's almost about $20.9 million. But if you look at the red in starting next year in 26-27, we are projecting a deficit spend of 34.9, so almost $35 million deficit spending. And we're going in, and then it becomes $55.2 million, and then $71.4 million in the out years. If and when we get the one-time dollars, which we are expected to get, and depending on how the money comes, it will then offset in the either 26-27, or depending on how the money comes in as. So we'll have to get the number, and then we can do the projections once we know how much money we'll be receiving as those one-time, because it has come sometimes as 1 year, 1 year, and then they usually give us a 3-year spend down, or sometimes they give us over a 3-year period of time. So we'll just see what that number would look like. But once we get the information, we'll be sure to share that in January. Okay. So that is something we do want to be aware and extremely mindful. I know the board is extremely mindful. We have been talking about deficit spending, but I have said we have not been deficit spending. So next year will be possibly the first year, and depending how much money we do get from the one time, we may not be in deficit spending, so just depending on how much dollars we are projected to get. We've been receiving anywhere from some of the one time, like $7 million in one time, sometimes it's $15 million, it just depending on how they come in as. And so just want to be mindful of that number when it does come in. And this is for the restricted programs, as you can see here. Obviously, this is the portions where a lot of our one-time dollars, as you can see, we have now, expenditures have, basically stabilizing. All the fund balances that we have been receiving from all the ESSER dollars, we are now spending down all those dollars amounts now. So the fund balance are going to become smaller and smaller in the restricted side now, as those one-time dollars are mostly gone at this point. So all the ESSER dollars, they were pretty much spent at this point. So the only thing left is one time is anything from the state level at this point. And as you can see here, we had the commitment from the board that for 25-26, the first interim, we have some of these categories here, benefits for the classified summer assistance program. As you know, our district is one of the 3 districts within the county that actually support our classified employees. And I think the current match is, we just got the report, it's about 81% for employees. So for every dollar they put in, they get 81 cents additional from the state. And so there is the statutory benefits that we do have to pay in there. So that's the additional dollar we set aside for that, for the benefits that the district is paying for the employees on that. And then we also have the textbook adoption. We also have the 3% that the board, above the 3% reserve, the board said we want to have another 3% on top of that for different purposes. You can see that. We also have the pension investment on that as well. And then we put a category in terms of declining enrollment staffing set aside. So this dollar will help us in the out years when we are starting to decline, which we are, that will help to pay for the staff that we have. And in terms of timeline, so tonight we're taking this to the board to certify with a positive certification, meaning that we can meet our current year obligation and in the next 2 years. And in January of 26, the governor will be releasing his report. So we'll see what that looked like and how all the one-time dollars and what the COLA could look like at that time. It's going to be very exciting. Then we'll bring you those. So we'll get those information, and then we'll update our second interim report. And then May, we'll have the governor's May revise, and then we'll take the adopted budget to the board in June. And so that's our calendar for currently. And I know I went through a lot of information, and now happy to answer any questions that you may have.
Thank you, Dr. Nian. Any questions? Yes, Trustee O'Neill.
I'm looking at page 6 and 7, Nancy.
Mm-hmm.
You look at enrollment decline and then ADA actuals. And between those two, it's approximately, actually, I shouldn't have said 6, I should have said 5 and 7. It's about 2,000 students.
Correct.
Between enrollment and our actual seat people, right? But
correct.
then when you look at your page 11, you show enrollment of, like, the first year, 25,000, and the ADA of 24,700, so that's only about 400. So what's the difference between the 2,000 and the 400 on this page?
So are you talking about page 13?
Page 13, yes.
Okay, so you have an enrollment, and then it's what we project our ADA, because we are at our current ADA level, what we have projected is at 92%. So that's the number for the projected ADA. So that's how much seat base, but that's not how we're funded.
I understand.
Okay.
I understand your projection on page 13 of 24/7, 24/1, et cetera. But when you look back on page 7, your projections are substantially different. 23/1 versus 24/7, 22/3 versus 24/1.
So it's 23,195, right, for 25-26.
Yeah, and on page 13, it says 24,796.
That's how much we get funded, because we're not funded on our ADA. We are funded our ADA, but it's the averaging the last 3 years. That's how we're funded.
Okay.
Yes, so it's the funding ADA, because we are funded higher than what our actual ADA is.
Right. Okay, so if you take the ADA on page 7 and the enrollment on page 5, we have about 2,000 students.
Correct, because
so we have an opportunity out there to be able to pick up, how much per student do we get per year? 18,000, 21,000?
About, Karen, do you know the number right now? About 18, well, because we also get a lot of supplementals.
Well, just say 18,000.
Yeah, 18, yeah.
So that right there is $38 million we're missing. So we have a big opportunity out there to pick up a lot of money.
We do.
If we can close that gap.
Correct.
So we need to really look at how can we close that gap.
And I know, yes.
Okay,
and,
that's enough.
Okay.
It's out there.
Okay. Yes. Thank you. So, yes.
Message received.
Thank you. Okay.
Madam President,
McCullough?
I know that next year it's projected that Magnolia Charter School will be opening. What is the projected estimate, or is that into consideration with regards to these projections, or is that something that we have looked into?
So what we do is we contact, and it will be Karen's office. So we contact all the feeder districts, and we ask for the numbers, right, when we do our projections, right? And then we roll our numbers, and we have 2 different softwares. We run our numbers, and then if there's any type of growth or anything that if there's any else that they see, and so it's all in the formula. And then we also take a look to see if there's any type of possible decline. And so it goes to run in various scenarios, but the charter school is going to be a little tough. Unless we know how many they're taking from which area, then we can project for that. Because we not only project for enrollment, we also project for school site enrollment as well. So we do also by program as well. We have the gen ed as well as special ed, and so we have all those data all coming together. And so that charter school, depending on which pockets you would draw, then we would have, right now, that's not in the assumption, depending, we don't really know how many they could possibly open with.
So it would hurt more.
Huh?
So if it's not in the projection, then by it opening, it would hurt us more.
It could, it could, depending on where they're drawing the students from.
Okay, thank you.
Mm-hmm.
Dr. Nian, I noticed that our commitments, we have a $10 million textbook set aside.
Correct.
How well are we recovering funds from textbook collections and so forth, from kids who lose their books and so forth? Are we keeping track of that? And
Yes.
Because or are these is this for new curriculum?
These are for new textbooks. So so we
and
work
new
with
licenses?
Yeah, we work with Dr. Sue's office. So we work with her very, very frequently to ask to which textbook and by subject what we are needing. So so there are different textbook adoptions that we need, and so we do work with her office to determine the dollar value to come here. So we do check with them and which subject as well.
And that's including the money that we're also recovering back.
So that would be Joe's office. So how well are we recovering those dollar amount?
Lost materials. Now that we're 1-to-1, many of our schools and students opt to take their instructional materials electronically.
Right.
Right. So that actually benefits us in reducing loss. But in the years leading up to and right through the pandemic, those losses were somewhere between 1 to 2 million annually in unrecovered instructional.
But Joe, we're still required to have, per Williams, a hard copy, and I think, I do have something to say about that.
So our students and families can select an electronic version, right, of the textbook.
Sorry, Joe, can you come to the mic?
Okay.
Sorry, thank you. Just for those watching. Thank you.
Thank you. Right. So as I was saying, the loss has reduced over the last few years due to the implementation of 1-to-1. And while many students and families choose to have electronic materials, we all still required to have the option of a hard copy material for the student to have. So as an example, that $10 million, right, that's currently committed, the curriculum side is working on, that's for a upcoming math adoption, right? And so, what ultimately is selected could be a combination of electronic materials, hard copy materials, right? So there'll never be an elimination of hard copy instructional materials, right? There'll always be some version of that because we are required to provide that if the parent and student elect. So The loss has reduced over the last few years. And you know, our IT department works hard to make sure they recoup losses from the technology side as well, right? The insurance program and all of that. So we do try to recoup that. That's sort of applied at certain pressure points in the student's career, right? Like, hey, you're going to graduate. Can we get back all those things? Or, hey, you're leaving 8th grade, right? So we try to do that to the extent possible, but we also don't want to put any undue burdens on our families. So there's a lot of sensitivity to, you know, not penalizing students. You know, they face a wide variety of circumstances that sometimes lead to that. And so, you know, ultimately, we just try to make sure they have what they need to succeed academically. And again, that's Dr. Sudu does that work, Diana Fujimoto working with the curriculum specialists on the curriculum adoptions and all of that. So it's a real team effort there in terms of what that looks like.
Superintendent Masuda?
Yeah, I think you bring up a very interesting issue because statewide, even though this, I mean, in my opinion, it's very outdated to have textbooks, right? And considering that teachers are creating standards-aligned performance task assessments combined with the access to the electronic materials, you know, we are spending probably $8 to $10 million a year on textbooks. And I would venture, Superintendent Freed, that if you were to start looking at how many teachers use our textbooks, and it's not just in our districts, but this is a growing problem and a trend, right?
I have a response.
I would say that the numbers are pretty low, depending on the subject area.
Yeah.
But, I mean, I think it's very antiquated when you know, because you have a textbook adoption every 6 years, and, you know, they're obsolete the day they come out, given the world that we're in. And I think this is, the district potentially can save a lot of money, and I think that what we need to push for is maybe some sort of innovation zone around textbooks. There are a number of districts that are beginning to question this.
Dr. Freed?
So I love what he's saying because I want to say we're already moving in that direction. I want to give Seema, Dr. Sudu, and Jasenia Vera a lot of credit. Of course, Joe is also part of this work, especially when he was on the Ed Services side of the house. With the one-to-one devices now, you know, and just as a point of clarification, the Williams Act really applies to and I hate using the word core because I believe all classes are core, but the traditional core classes, English, Math, History, Science. But with the one-to-one devices now, what we've done is we've gotten class sets. Right. So instead of every kid having to lug books back and forth, we just buy the class sets, which is way more cost-effective approach. And to Mr. Masuda's point, with the performance task assessments, we do see less and less teachers using text for their assignments. We do have some classes, like a math class that is a little more dependent on math books typically, but we're seeing less and less of that. But this has been a cost-saving measure where we have the class sets now. We do have an overage of textbooks that we have to purchase because, as you heard, we will have students who choose to have a hard text, whether they're a student with disability, a plurilingual, or just a student who wants a physical textbook. So we do get overage, but we are saving the number of books that we have to purchase because we've moved more to the class set model. So that has been a cost-saving practice, and I agree. I think the textbooks, generally speaking, is an outdated approach, but we're still mandated to have books via the Williams.
Thank you. Any other
Good.
questions?
Okay, I'm next.
Yes.
Thank you, Joe, for that explanation. While we are sensitive to students who, you know, through no fault of their own or family circumstances, we still have a tremendous loss of materials, and we are obligated to provide. I remember when you could get your diploma if you didn't return your textbooks or devices. And let's not talk about devices because that's a whole nother story. But, you know, we do our best and we are sensitive to our families. But I think a messaging, you know, out to families that it does cost funding. Thank you for this presentation. Thank you for waiting until the end to ask your question. The reason being, if people want to come back and review this, because as a district, we really need to provide this information for people. I wish every seat was filled up in this boardroom, because when we have these presentations, the facts are here, the numbers are black and white and red. People aren't here until there's hard decisions that we have to make to cut or take things away. And I wish that folks would really take the time. And if you're online, you're listening, or you're in the room, please have people look at these numbers. Because what we were talking about in the last couple of years, if you look, on the pages, we project 4 years out, and we have been doing that. For years and years and years. We knew when things were going to be tough for us a couple of years ago, and people act as if, wow, we're surprised and we didn't know. I'm not pointing fingers, I'm just stating the facts, and we all have to be accountable for knowing the facts. And I feel if you are working in a school district, it really is incumbent for you, or as a parent, really come and to understand these things, not just, the things that you support, but really understand that we're dealing with millions of dollars. We're dealing with a lot of things that we have to provide. We're dealing with a lot of things that are out of our control, that we're having to, and not that we wouldn't as a district, but we're having to answer. We have to be sensitive to student needs, and we have to feed children. That's just a thing that we have to do. And the budget may be cut for that. And so it just feel, I'm giving a plea out to folks to really, really understand when we do these reports. Nancy and the team, you do a fabulous job, and we should really honor that work. It's here, let's educate ourselves, and then we can all find the solutions that we need to when hard times come and decisions come that we have to cut. So I'm getting off of my bully pulpit right there. I just wanted to ask a couple of questions, Nancy, and thank you so much for this comprehensive report. It's beyond what we had been doing in all of the years that I've been serving on the board, the projections and the extra projections, and I mean, these are very comprehensive reports, so thank you so much. In actual, I wanted to go to the last page. You had a couple of lines for the transportation for busing. Why the two different figures on that?
Page 19.
19, yes.
There's two, Karen, are those two sets, correct?
Just one, just the line, the description on the second line for the 1 million, that is.
Sorry, can you come to the mic?
Come to the
Karen, can you
microphone.
come to me? Thank you. For those watching, just so they can hear.
Oh, that's right, okay. Was it for one for CNG, one's for something? Yeah, okay, I can remember.
That was an error. The first reserve for leasing, 786,000, that is the commitment. The second line, that is a reserve for carrier for supplemental and concentration funds.
Okay,
So, yeah, that was an error.
Okay, supplemental and concentration funds, all right. Thank you.
Thank you, okay.
Thank you.
On the additional 3% reserve that we wanted to add, I mean, a lot of folks want to come after that reserve, and we say we have an extra amount of reserve. I mean, all you have to do is go back and look at the next year's out as to why we made that decision. Can you just talk about how important
Correct.
that is to have a healthy reserve?
Right. So having a 3% reserve, we would not be able to make cash flow. We would not be able to pay the salary. So you look at average. I mean, we're about 10 months, right, for most of the employees, right? And so when you do it 10 months, so you need to have about even 10% to make cash flow. for each month. And we are still getting deferrals. Remember, we forgot the whole deferral still. So there's still some deferrals. But we have enough cash flow, so we do not have to worry about the deferral that we're getting. And so the concern will be in the out years, if they continue to have deferrals, then we would need to even track, the cash. I mean, we already have a 18 months projection, but if there's additional things that came, I think some of you were around in 2008, 2009. That was, I was a brand new CBO that year, and we literally had to look at the cash flow daily. We had to see how much was in the bank, how much was coming, and which bill. You had to decide which one you're going to pay first. And so having a 3% reserve, even the 6% reserve the board has mandate, it will not be enough to make cash flow. So we will not be to be able to make payroll. And so I think having a healthy fund balance will definitely help us, because if we do have to go out to borrow, and the cost of borrowing right now is very high, and so you would have to pay the cost of borrowing as well.
Superintendent Masuda.
Yeah, Trustee Anne Marie Trejo, I think you bring up a really good point about paying attention to numbers, especially declining enrollment, because we could very well be in the position we were with the RIFs a few years back. And it's really important. And Jermaine, I'm glad you're still here, because this is really, the board and the district really needs to get out in front with our associations, with folks like yourself, in terms of these numbers. Cabinet had a discussion about where is the bottom in terms of declining enrollment, and we don't see the bottom. We're going to drop below 20,000 in the next 5 years. We're at 25,000 now. And if the projected retirees do not if those numbers don't work out, the district's going to be in a little trouble again. And this is why it shouldn't, if 3 to 4 years down the line, hopefully things, the retirees match the declining enrollment, and we're going to be okay with the state budget and all that. But if the numbers don't, and it's kind of scary when you think that we're going to fall 19,000 students, right, in 6 years. That's a lot of money, and we could be in a really bad position again. So we don't want to repeat this again, where we have to be positioned, where we have to have layoffs, and without our associations and our community people with us. So it's really important. These meetings are really important, and because last time we made the mistake by assuming that people knew, because we were out there talking about it, right? And through nobody's fault, everybody came up with different assumptions about when they got that information. So you're getting it now. Right now, we're in good shape financially, but it could, you could see there's a cliff ahead. I think the other thing I had, Nancy, is on page 3, when you talk about one-time monies because of Prop 98. It's kind of a contradiction, because the state is obligated to protect Prop 98, that's education money, K through 14. Yet the state itself is in a structural deficit. So the governor is likely to be forced to go after that one-time monies. And as Nancy pointed out, we won't have a clear idea probably until the May budget revised. And this is like, we have to have a budget set by June. We'll get the tea leaves by January. But this is why public schools, there's 1,000 districts out here. We're really in bad. We're trying to balance the budget. We don't know what the numbers are, and if you look at the negotiation schedule and calendar like that, I could speak very candidly because I'm out here in 10 minutes. Right? So, but I think there's a lot of lessons learned for all of us, right? This is not about anybody's out to get anybody. This is about dealing with hard. And Jermaine, you said, we got to do better in math. This is actually arithmetic, right? And just looking at the numbers. And my parting advice is we need to communicate more effectively with our associations, with our parent groups, with our community people, So no one's going to be taken by surprise in 3 years, right? And that's why if you spend a lot of money now, you're going to pay later, because we just do not know how many people are going to retire. I can tell you right now, we're not going to have enough to make up losing another 7,000 kids in 6 years. We have a lot of people expected to retire, maybe upwards of 200, but we don't know when they're going to retire. So that's the conundrum that we're in. And so thanks for everybody. And Anne Marie, you're absolutely right to bring that up.
And to add to that, as a former trustee with Anaheim Elementary, if you want to go beyond our projections, go to the elementary district presentations, as you will also see there, we also struggling with declining enrollment significantly. So if you want to go beyond that, go to Cypress, go to La Palma, go to the other elementary districts. It's similar. So it's something to be very concerned of.
Right.
So,
I know declining enrollment is inevitable, but I'm also trying to be hopeful because our school district is doing a lot of wonderful things. I'm wondering, what are we doing to make it our district look attractive so that people want to come, and kind of soften the blow of people leaving? Because I think we're doing so many innovative things that we can, really brag about and pull people in. And I'm wondering if we have a plan, if we have any kind of plan to even market ourselves so that, we attract, as people say, not recruit, but we attract people to come to our district.
Right. Well, I know, for example, there's a lot of efforts on CVA, and they have actually, their enrollment has actually been improving quite a bit as well. We do have a lot of signature programs, like we have our dual enrollment programs with all the community colleges. Not many districts in our area do not have that program. So, and we actually have students that come from outside of districts. I mean, my children are from the outside of district, and we come to this district because of the programs here. And I know a lot of the families also do the same thing. And so I think we've done a lot of great work. We need to continue to do the great work we're doing, continue to also, build the buildings and to attract more students to come. I think that's also important. We have to retain and attract, right? That's what I always say. Retain the students we have and attract new students to come. And so whatever it takes, right? Different instructional programs we have. I mean, like our internships, no other districts has the internships that we have for our students in 11th grade. I mean, almost every student I know that if you want an internship in our district, you can get one as a junior. Where are you going to get that? In Orange County. Not a lot of places. Right, we have that. We have a lot of different programs for our students. And so the fact that we're aligning, right, 7-12, we're able to do that. We have the partnership with our community colleges as well as, the pledge. I think we've done great things. And so we just need to be able to continue to market that. And, we all do all what we can. I know Patty and her team, we continue to build the things we have, right? We are, with our football fields, our girls are even winning, right? In high school, girls flag football.
Yes.
So we are creating a lot of opportunities for our students. The field's not only used by the football team, it's the girls and boys, soccer, and all these other different sports, even marching bands. I'm hearing the marching bands on the fields now. And so those pointing for sometimes. But, we are doing the things that we can. Every department's doing the things we can to support our students.
Perfect. Thank
And
you.
I just want to thank you, Nancy, for that. I just want to commend our communications department because they are doing an outstanding job of getting it out there on all of the the apps out there. I'm not on TikTok, but they're all of the applications out there, throwing it out there with our weekly highlights. I'm not sure how much we can push, them to do more, but we have we have interns that are working on all of that. Our kids, word of mouth, parents, word of mouth, that can really boost. But we have been marketing, which is something that schools never had to do before, which is very interesting. We're all kind of competing for the same funds that are coming from the state. To not continue that debate, but when we were up in Sacramento last week, We were told that there is the danger of the governor doing another flim-flam with 98 funding. What do you know, or what have you heard about that?
That he was gonna be doing what?
I said flim-flam, you know, the reserves and how they've.
Oh, deferrals, okay.
More than that, because they, calculated the funds.
So
and-
really, what they had to, so Prop 98, they have to give us that portion, right? So there's all these 3 different tests they run through, so we'll get our money. The problem is when they continue to do the deferrals. Remember, I think it was back in 2012, 13, that time as well. So there were money that was supposed to, so they do the first deferrals usually for the June to the July. That's easy deferral. It's only a month, right? It's what it is. But when they do the May, I believe it got to, I think it was the February. So they had those kind of deferrals. So when they start doing that with extended deferrals, that's going to be creating a lot of cash flow problems for a lot of districts. And so when you don't have enough balance at that point, you are going to have to borrow. Right, and so during the last 2 crises, 2008, 2009, and then also 12 and 13, there were districts that they had to go out to their pool to borrow money for that. And so, you know, it's something that we have to be concerned about. And so that's why we, you know, I think we're healthy, and I think that's important. And, you know, we work really hard with all our associations together. And so the fact that we want to show that we have already, you know, negotiated a settlement, and we're going to put it in here to share with everybody as well. I think that's important to show. But it's also important to be opening our eyes. Okay, we are going to be looking at deficit spending, and I haven't said that yet, right? I said it's coming, and I've said that we are deficit. I said it's coming, and so hopefully we can get some relief, and then that deficit will be a little bit smaller for next year. That's our goal.
Got it.
Thank you,
Thank you so much, Nancy. Thank you for the positive certification, and look forward to updates in January.
Real quick question, what is our total percent reserve?
So as you can see, so after all the reserve for current year,
Just percent.
Yeah, it's about 25% for current year.
Okay, thank you.
So yeah, 25%, and then it's going to go down to about 9.5%. Yes. Thank you.
No more questions. Thank you so much for your presentation. You and your team for your presentation.
Perfect. Thank you.
Thank you. That was a lot of questioning. Is Mike just? We've lost our superintendent. He's ready to. He's done. He's just wandering with his hat. All right, that concludes our presentations. We're going to move on to items of business. 17.1, resolution number 2025/26B05, adjustments to income and expenditures, general fund, resolution number 2025-2026B06, adjustments to income and expenditures, various funds, and the 2025 through 2026 first interim report.
So moved.
Second.
Thank you, and this is a roll call vote. Trustee McCullis?
Aye.
Trustee Hoshi?
Aye.
Trustee Randall Trejo?
Aye.
Trustee O'Neill?
Aye.
And I vote aye. That passes. Moving on to 17.2, resolution number 2025 through 2026-B-07, accounting of developer fees. This is also a roll call vote.
So moved.
Second.
Thank you. Trustee McCullis?
Aye.
Trustee Hoshi?
Aye.
Trustee Randall Trejo?
Aye.
Trustee O'Neill?
Aye.
And I vote aye. It's a 5-0. 17.3, resolution number 2025/2026 B05, signature authorization. This is a roll call vote as well.
So moved.
Second.
Thank you. Trustee McCullis?
Aye.
Trustee Hoshi?
Aye.
Trustee Randall Trejo?
Aye.
Trustee O'Neill?
Aye.
And I vote aye. It's a 5-0. 17.4, award request for proposal RFP 2026 through 02, visitor management system. This is an action item.
So moved.
Second.
Any questions or discussion? All in favor, please vote aye.
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 Thank you. 17.5, arbitrage rebate computation for general obligation bonds, election 2024, series 2029, and general obligation bonds, election 2024, series 2025A. And this is an action item.
So moved.
Second.
Any questions or comments? Hearing none, all in favor, please vote aye.
Aye.
17.6, Agreement, South Coast Air Quality Management District. This is an action item.
So moved.
Second.
Thank you. Any questions or discussion? Seeing none, please vote aye.
Aye.
17.7, this is our school-connected organizations, and there's two organizations we are up for
So moved.
consideration.
Second.
Thank you. Any discussion? Seeing none, all in favor, please vote aye.
Aye.
17.8, school-sponsored student organizations, and we have 5 organizations we're considering.
Move them all.
Thank you.
Second.
Thank you. Any discussion? All in favor, please vote aye.
Aye.
17.9, new board policy 70400, recognition of religious beliefs and customs, revised board policy 71402, teaching about controversial issues, second reading, and this is action/information items.
So moved.
Second.
Thank you. Any comments or questions?
Yeah, I just want to commend the people that put this together. I think it's a fantastic policy to have in place. And so I thank the district and whoever, not whoever, but all the people that put it together. Thank you.
Likewise.
Likewise.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. All in favor, please vote aye.
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 Thank you. 17.10, this is our AUHSD Student Artificial Intelligence Framework, and this is an informational item.
So moved.
Nope.
So we,
Information.
information.
Oh, information, sorry.
No, you're good. Thank you, though.
It's my first meeting.
Questions or comments?
Any
on-
questions or comments, though?
We
Okay.
like it.
Yes. 17.11, agreement, Orange County Department of Education Strong Workforce Program, K-12 Pathway Improvement Grant, Career Connected Learning. This is an action item.
So moved.
Second.
Thank you. All in favor? Any discussion? All in favor, please vote aye.
Aye.
17.12, agreement, Dominic Matas. This is a action item.
So moved.
Second.
Thank you. Any questions or discussion? Seeing none, all in favor, please vote aye.
Aye.
17.13, agreement, Eric Hall.
So moved.
Second.
Thank you. Any discussion or questions? Seeing none, all in favor, please vote aye. 17.14, agreement, Orange County Department of Education Model Curriculum Project Supplemental Vietnamese Studies Grant. This is an action item.
So moved. Second.
Thank you. Any questions or discussion? Seeing none, all in favor, please vote aye.
Aye.
President Guerrero, if I
Yes.
could interrupt for just a second.
Yes.
It was brought to my attention that item 1710 is in fact an action item. It was mislabeled as information.
Oh.
So, trustee.
I will second the motion. Hold the second, motion by McCullough, second by trustee Randall Trejo. Any comments or questions? Seeing none, all in favor, please vote aye.
Aye.
Thank you, Mr. Waddell. That was funny. Going to 17.15, Membership Accrediting Commission for Schools, Western Association of Schools and Colleges. This is an action item.
So moved.
Second.
Thank you. Any comments or questions? Seeing none, all in favor, please vote aye.
Aye.
17.16, Proposed 2026 through 27 Student Teacher Calendar. This is an action item.
So moved.
Second.
Thank you. Any questions or comments?
I have a quick comment regarding our student teacher calendar. It is something very important to me, and I'm very proud that when I was in the Anaheim Elementary School District Board of Trustees, that we aligned our calendar as possible with the high school district. In the end, our communities love this. It prevents our families from having to have their older kids watch younger kids, and then thus affecting our ADA. I think that it is in the hopes in the future that, and I know that that we've actually been having discussions with other feeder districts, the possibility of this this happening across our other elementary districts, such as Cypress Elementary and Magnolia. So I just wanted to share that. I think it's important that our calendars do align because it will also help with funding. Yeah, that's all I wanted to share. Thank you.
I also want to add to that too, because I think we have 5 feeder districts and so forth. So the moment that we can get maybe our open houses out and maybe kind of align our things, then parents can attend both things. But I think the earlier that we can align our calendars and kind of work together, or just let our districts know our calendar, I think would be really good.
I've also spoken to multiple teachers. Teachers would also love who have their schools like First Day in Cyprus, to match, because, some of our teachers won't be able to go on vacation if their kids are actually still on school. So I think it helps a multitude of groups. And so this is something I would really love to work on in the future.
Dr. Freed, yes.
So I couldn't help myself, but everything that you're sharing is something we have actually been talking about. And just so you know, one of the things that came up in the teacher input group, which I was leading at the time, now Amy Kwan has taken over, is they actually wanted us to look into a 3-week winter break, because Anaheim Elementary does that, along with a few of our other feeders. And as you know, a lot of times our older students are asked to, as you just talked about, watch their younger siblings. So because it's a negotiated item, part of the work that Brad will be doing is working with the feeders in working on that. But remember, because it's negotiated, Jeff has already talked about doing a survey with teachers, because we can't survey their members for a negotiated item. So he's going to be working on that process with the hopes that not for this upcoming school year, but potentially for the following school year, we might be able to have that 3-week winter break. And again, working on that alignment with the calendar. And Mr. Hoshi, to your point, with the other activities that we do, along with the activities our feeders do, it is we're working to align. Just so you know, I already have several meetings scheduled with the feeder superintendents already come January. So I'm going to begin working on that process and try my best just to align in other ways as well.
Thank you. All right. No, if there's not any more questions, we'll take the vote. All in favor, please vote aye.
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 All right. 17.17 Revised Board Policy 8708 Sexual Harassment Students, second reading. This
moved.
action item. Thank you.
Second.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Any comments or questions? Seeing none, all in favor, please vote aye.
Aye.
17.18 Initial Contract Proposal AUHSD to AFSCME. This is an information item. 17.19 Public Hearing Initial Contract Proposal AUHSD to AFSCME. This is an informational item. No, I am opening the public hearing. Seeing any public comments? Closing the public hearing. 17.20 Initial Contract Proposal AFSCME to AUHSD. This is an informational item. 17.21 Public Hearing Initial Contract Proposal AFSCME to AUHSD. Opening the public hearing. Seeing no public comments. Closing the public hearing. 17.22 Initial Contract Proposal AUHSD to APGA. This is an informational item. 17.23 Public Hearing Initial Contract Proposal AUHSD to APGA. Opening the public hearing. Seeing no comments, closing the public hearing. 17.24 Initial Contract Proposal APGA to AUHSD. This is an informational item. 17.25 Public Hearing Initial Contract Proposal APGA to AUHSD. I am opening the public hearing. Seeing no comments, closing the public hearing. 17.26 California School Board Association CSBA Delegate Assembly nominations. This is an action item.
So moved.
Second.
Okay. Any comments or questions?
I would like to be nominated.
I would like
So
to
that I can
nominate
run.
Anne-Marie Randall Trejo to serve on the CSBA Delegate Assembly.
Now, is this one person or two people?
Yes,
Is there
two
one person
people.
and
But
alternate?
she doesn't have to run.
Not yet. I'm on the other round.
Okay,
The
okay,
next.
so I
this
second.
is my
Thank you.
rotation.
Okay.
Very good.
I have to put in my paperwork for
Yes, thank you for
January.
serving on the
Oh, you
delegate.
did it? Oh, okay.
I have
All right. All in favor of Trustee Randall Trejo, please say aye.
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 Thank you. All right. Item 18, this is the consent calendar. Anyone wishing to pull?
18.8, 9, and 10.
18.8, 18.9, 18.10,
18-1.
18.1,
1815,
18.15,
1818.
18.18.
Motion for the balance.
So moved.
All right, all in favor, please vote aye.
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 All right,
That
taking
was the second.
18.1.
Okay, I just wanted to.
Slow move.
Yeah, 18.1,
That's
that was
fine.
mine. So I just wanted to, again, thank Nancy, thank our district, thank our board for this amazing assistance program. We are one of 3 in Orange County that is doing this for our employees. I have never received so many thank yous all the years on my my service on the board, but for this proposal that we've done for our employees. It really pays out. When they save, they recoup. And so since 2019, 2020, about 500 participants, 100% match. The next year, 99. Next year, 100. Next year, 100. The next year, 96% match. And last year, 81% match. That's well over half of what they put in to save. And at the end of the year, when those employees have been off for the summer, working an extra job or maybe staying home, it really helps to supplement their income. And during the pandemic, this really came through fruition because a lot of their partners, spouses were laid off during the pandemic. And so, again, I just want to thank our board and thank the folks that have to do this work. It costs about $500,000 of our general fund to fund this. It's not free, but I think it goes a long way. It's priceless to honor our employees who work very hard and to show them appreciation and understand the economic hardship that they go through.
And the reason why the number is smaller is because there's more interest in other districts. So sometimes it's like if everybody in the whole county does it, our employee will probably get a lot less. So we're okay because also our employees benefit. So because there's only a certain pot of dollars, and so the more districts offer it and the more employees take it, then the pot gets smaller. So just something to think about for that.
And how many years is this? Have they renewed this? Because it has to get renewed every year, or for a certain amount of years.
I believe this.
It started when Dr. Root was here, if I remember
Yes, I
correctly,
think
so it's
that
been
yeah.
at least 6.
I'm talking about the state, because this was Jerry Brown's initiative, and then I know Governor Newsom renewed it, because I know the funding was decreasing, and so I know.
Still here right now. Yeah,
We
still here.
started participating in it, I would say, 6 or 7 years ago.
Yes, and then we've been doing it every year since.
All right.
So we do calculate the liability, and then we set aside a dollar amount every time when we're doing the budget. So until it's paid.
And I may have missed it, but was there a motion and a second?
No, there was not.
No.
There is not. That was on my bad. Can I get a motion?
Yes, so moved.
Oh, I thought it was second.
Second.
Motion to
Thank you.
second it.
Okay.
Sorry about that.
No, you're good.
Jumped the gun.
That was me.
All
All
in
right.
favor?
Any other questions or comments? Seeing none, all in favor, please say aye.
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 All right, taking 18.8 and 18.9 together,
So moved.
and 18.10 together.
Yes, so moved. A second.
First and second, any comments or questions? Seeing none, all in favor, please vote aye.
Aye.
Nays? Abstentions?
Aye.
Aye. That's 401.
Yep.
18.15.
18.
So moved.
So, second.
Thank you. Any comments or questions?
Oh, so, right now it says that we have 4 junior high schools. This is for the Friday Night Live, correct? 1815?
1815 is Agreement Orange County. Yes, Friday Night Live.
So we have 4 junior highs and 6 high schools. Do we encourage, this is a great program, and I'm just wondering, and we pay for the stipends for the advisors. And are we doing anything to encourage more schools to participate?
Dr. Free?
We certainly can. We can talk to the schools that have been doing this work, to speak to the schools that do not have this program places, kind of see what's going on and what they can learn from the schools that do. But in terms of encouraging, we always encourage schools to be part of programs, but I can't speak to why specifically these schools chose not to or are not doing it.
Okay. Just want to make an encouragement.
Yeah, we can do that.
All right. Seeing no more questions. All in favor, please vote aye. Aye. 18.18.
18.8.
So moved.
Second.
Thank you. Go. Trustee Hoshi.
1818, it says an amendment is requested to increase the amount of the agreement by $125,000. Is that correct? And it says general fund and or career technical education incentive grant funds. So where is that actually the money going to? Because it is benefiting Anaheim and Western Orangeview, correct on that? So.
Is this Scott? So Scott, you want to come up to the microphone?
Thank you.
He can speak to it more intelligently because he's been more deeply involved with the work. So I'm going to have Scott come up.
Yeah, for the Simon Builders program, we wanted to revise the contract to add an instructor supporting Anaheim and Western. So the Simon Builders program is connected to our building and construction coursework, but students actually end up with paid positions to work with the Simon Builders to build the tiny homes that are then used to address, to help with the housing situation for our populations. So, but that was the intention behind the.
So is it coming out of our general fund or is it coming out of those school site? Because it is Anaheim and Western Orangeview.
Right. So CT incentive grant is used as pass-through funding to support our overall ROP contract. So all those sections are built in. I'd have to check with accounting to see exactly how they're planning to address this particular addendum to the agreement.
Okay.
Is that a one-time?
Yeah, it's a one-time. Yeah.
We more than offset it because Mr. Simon does pay for the hourly wage, minimum wage for our students. They do get, it does end up with sort of like an internship and a certificate. Yeah. They will be job ready and it follows a successful model at Anaheim High School. And remember too, Ron Simon also donates about $400,000 plus in scholarships a year.
Yeah, they did donate an additional $25,000 to help Sycamore outfit one of their rooms as a lead-in course as well.
And they also provide all of the material, all of the tools to build the tiny homes, all of that as well.
Yeah, it's really worth a field trip for the board. You guys should go check it out, either at Anaheim or Western. It's amazing. Yeah.
Yes, fantastic.
If I could just address why we have to do the amendment. So we contract with ROP each year 256 sections, and we've added Simon Builders into our programming. And the original plan this year was to offer the Simon Builders portion through dual enrollment. And we were unable to at the last minute because they were unable to find a qualified instructor. And so we did not want to have our students lose the opportunity of that internship and that last part of the program. And so we agreed with ROP to amend our contract so we could add in the additional teacher we needed to hire to cover those sections. But ROP did also go through and find ways to reduce the cost, and so we're not paying the full cost of the instructor. So it is a one-time thing, so we are going to build it into our contract for next year, but we just had to do it. Our students would have lost the opportunity at the last minute.
Okay.
But these are examples of programs that are going to help mitigate our declining enrollment, right?
Yes.
There's no
Definitely.
question about that.
Yep. Thank you.
Thank you, everyone.
Thank you.
Any more questions? Seeing none. All in favor, please vote aye. Aye. All right. That brings us to 19. Yes, 19. Board of Trustees report. And I'm going to start to my right with Trustee O'Neill.
Well, I got a lot to say.
Yes, you say. The floor is yours.
It is very late, so all I want to say is, Mike, congratulations on your 11-year stint here, sitting here at the dais. I know this is the last time sitting at this dais in this capacity, so I wish you well.
Thank you.
And I know we'll be hearing about you in the future. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. O'Neill. Trustee McCullis?
I'll be quick. I won't go into too much detail. AUHSD board meeting. Okay. So yesterday I did have the opportunity to go to Dr. Matsuda's retirement. It was a beautiful event. Great speech at the end. Savannah Winter Concert. Wow. Brian, man, you really prepped it was just beautiful. And I've been very intentional about going to a lot of the visual and performing arts events. It's very soothing for the soul, and it's just very proud of what you've created throughout the district. Also, I attended the DLAC meeting and potluck. And then, let's see. I should do it that way. I literally organize it by highlighted sections. Let's see. The 7th. And then I went to the CSBA. Great job presenting, Madam President and Anne-Marie, Dr. Freed, and Dr. Matsuda. And I was very intentional about, going to AI, artificial intelligence sessions. Okay, going to November. Let's see, November. Okay, I'm going to do it like that next time. I was at Savannah for Frank Garcia's Season of Thanks. That was an awesome event on the 23rd. I also went on the 22nd to the Cypress volleyball game at Santiago Canyon College. Congratulations on winning state, Cypress High School. And then on the 21st, I did go to, I stopped by our Brookhurst Community Center at the Project Say Thanksgiving potluck. And then I also went to my first coffee with the principal at Sycamore on the 21st. And then on the 20th, I did attend the Parent Leadership Academy. It was very amazing. And then, on the 19th, I went to an amazing event at Gilbert High School, the Okapica Rooted in Activism Showcase. Our students throughout the district did amazing in their presentations. So incredibly proud of our students there. On the 18th, I did attend the girls' basketball game, Western versus Magnolia. Western did win, but, great job to both teams. And then on the 18th, I also attended the concert with Loera High School and Ball Junior High at Kennedy. It was amazing. So proud of all of our students. Oh, man. And then I also went to Savannah for the production of The Brothers Grimm. It's amazing to see that a lot of our students are not only in theater, but they're also in other variety of programs. So to balance that, just amazing. We have such amazing talents with the VPA. And I also attended Anaheim High School's football game, the CIF game. So a great job to Anaheim. All right, and that concludes my report. Thank you, Madam President.
Thank you.
President.
Trustee Hoshi?
I'll try to keep mine short. I attended the Trustee O'Neill. We had a West Side school meeting for community schools, and it was really good with the school. So I was really happy with Jeff Morgenstern's announcement tonight. Trustee O'Neill and I attended the groundbreaking ceremony for the new Performing Arts Complex at Fullerton Junior College and the dedication for that. And like Trustee McCullough said, we made history at Cypress High School by winning the CIF's Division II state championship. Some of the highlights from our CSBA, our conference last week was I got to meet a lot of people in my master's in governance classes in person. It was really good connecting with them, but I was so proud of the work our district is doing with AI. And Trustee Guerrero and Trustee Randall Trejo, along with Jaron and Mike, you guys did it. We are so far ahead of the game, you guys. It's just I mean, people were just asking and stayed after and asked a lot of questions. And then another highlight was Dr. Kim getting acknowledged by the Asian Pacific Islander School Board Member Association for his the first Korean Studies class. So, and then went with Trustee O'Neill. We've been to a lot of things together, Trustee O'Neill, and we went and saw a presentation on student voice. And I have to say, we're even doing a lot of great work with student voice in our district, besides the soapbox speeches and everything else. I'm getting them involved in LCAP and on district committees. So I think that's a presentation we might be able to do. Last Saturday, I went to the Cal Optima a holiday resource fair sponsored by Lou Correa, and met Cal Optima CEO Michael Hun, and it was just great having that in our community, in our neighborhood, and seeing all the kids that were given toys and food and diapers for the families, and just to have that in our community. And then last Saturday or Sunday, I was with Mr. Belsky, and 300 of our students participated in the Anaheim tree lighting ceremony. 300 students from Ball, Brookhurst, Dale, Sycamore, Western, Anaheim, Loera, Magnolia, and Cantella, under the direction of Lorraine Welling. So they did a fantastic job and represented our district well.
Thank you. Trustee Reynolds Trejo.
Yeah, due to the late hour, I'm going to forego my report. But I just wanted to talk about really quickly last night. Was that yesterday? My gosh, the days are blending in. Day before yesterday, there was a vigil for our teacher, music teacher, Miss Massey, Heather Massey, and the amazing turnout of students that came back from the high school. And when you talked with them, they gave their testimonials about how, what a difference she made in their lives with concerning music, but just as a human being. They talked very dear about her, and I just, amazing person. She came here from Texas in the middle of COVID. And I mean, what a brave soul. And Jennifer talked about how during her illness that she never complained, not one word. She would go and have therapy, treatments, and come and stay late for the students. And it's just an amazing example of above and beyond. And so we've lost a dear soul for our students. And she was very, very talented and gave a gift of music to our students and the gift of love. Carlos, congratulations. So glad to have you still with us in a new capacity. I know you will do well. In your speech, it's very apparent how much you love our district. And so, thank you. All right. Paolo? Yay. It's so good to have you on board. Just, a little more enthusiasm. Just amp it up just a little bit. Appreciate you. Well, Mr. Superintendent, I'm almost ready for you. All right, we'll see you next month. And Mike, my dearest and heartfelt thank you. As a trustee, it's a very difficult job. The job of a superintendent and a board member is a very unique one. And I told folks last night that before I was trustee, I came to the district in '99, had worked with 4. Then as a trustee, worked with 2. And Mike exemplary hire from day one, head and shoulders above the crowd that we had interviewed. And I can say it now because we are charged with hiring and we are charged with evaluating the superintendent. We were not easy on you. We always, as much as people teased you last night about how much you contact us, but we contacted you just as many times, and we held your feet to the fire. We were not easy on you. And through it all, you powered through, and you showed us what education could be. You brought us along on this journey of, as people say, we're head and shoulders above a lot of districts. We have people coming here to see what we're doing because of you. It's not so much your vision, but you painted that picture for all of us. It wasn't just you. You brought us all along, and you brought the people and the teams together, and your outside service, and you brought us as a community together. I said I was going to keep this short, but forgive me. But you are a remarkable human being, and we will hold you dear, and we will, I promise, to continue your work. And that's the best thing that I can say for you. Your legacy will not die. Thank you.
Thank you, Trustee Randall Trejo. I'm going to forego my report as well. I just quickly wanted to make some comments about the traffic incident that happened yesterday involving 8 of our Anaheim High School students. I know it was mentioned all of our students are recovering and are being treated for non-life-threatening injuries. I just want to say thank you to our coaches and school staff for their immediate support and assistance, as well as extend our gratitude to the Anaheim Police Department, Anaheim Fire Department, and the Good Samaritan Clinica, who rushed over to help our students out as soon as it happened. I also want to extend our sincere thanks to the Anaheim High School community for honestly the outgoing support and compassion that you have shown during this difficult time. I know the school is continuing to communicate as appropriate, and we ask everyone for your understanding and respect for the privacy as well of the students and families affected. So thank you so much. And with that, also congratulations again to Mr. Masuda. You will definitely be missed, but you know where to find us on every third Thursday of the month. If you ever want to come by and say hello, you're more than welcome to. But in all honesty, thank you for your dedication the past 11 years to this district and to its students. Thanks. Thank you. Call him at 6. Yes, wake him up now. And with that, our next meeting is in January 15, 2026. Happy holidays to everyone. Happy New Year. And then entertaining 20.2, any suggested agenda items? Seeing none, item 20, adjournment. Can I get a Thank you. All in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Thank you, everyone.